Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one. Wishing y'all a beautiful and an awesome Friday. Finally, the final day is here at Gamescom. Let's see what they got to show. Let me switch the screen. Let's get the show on the road because it's almost right here. Let's do this. How are you guys doing? Jacob Nova, good morning to you, sir. Hope everything is awesome for you. All right. Let's get this thing on the go. 30 seconds in. Okay, where is my whoops. All right, here we go. Let's get the game scene on. There you go. Woohoo! You got Gamescom ready to go. So let me do something real quick so I can get the chat separated from this. All right, here we go. Now, there we go. All right, let's do this. We're good to go.
It's day 3 of our live coverage of Xbox Gamescom 2024, and there's so many games to talk about, Charlie, so let's dive in.
Can you guys hear it? Tell me everything's good?
Games, including Metaphor Refantasio, the newest game from the minds behind Persona 3, 4, and 5. We're going to catch up with the team crafting the game and some of the iconic voices who bring it to life.
And then after that, we're going to be discovering what it takes to survive a plague of corrupting souls with Avowed, and then play as damned souls in 33 Immortals, which should be a great time.
Sounds like a lovely time, but now it's time to throw it over to Bex with one of the most anticipated games of the year.
Oh, we're starting with Indiana Jones. Let's go.
Well, if like us, you have been humming the Indiana Jones theme since this next game was announced, then you just might be as excited as I am right now. Here to reveal as much as I can possibly pry out of them about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, please welcome Machine Games Design Director Jens Anderson and Creative Director Axel Torvenius. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello, we're fine. Excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here with you and talking about Indy. Shall we dive into it?
Please.
First question I want to ask you guys. Obviously, this film franchise is incredibly iconic. And how did the game come about for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit surreal, right? We've been pinching ourselves throughout production. Is this happening? But it is, I promise.
Oh, sorry about that.
So it all starts with Todd Howard had been this long-term vision and dream and ambition to do a new interesting Indiana Jones game. He had the opportunity to pitch his core idea from a narrative point of view
What's up, TJ?
to
Good morning, brother. How
Lucasfilm
you doing, man? How are you
They
doing?
were also very excited
Sorry about that.
it.
My bad.
Then Todd
Fixed
took
it.
the project to Machine Games, checking in. I think you're a good fit as a studio to do this, and you can imagine the screams of joy within the halls of Machine Games as we were giving the opportunity to work on it. So we are super thrilled.
Super thrilled indeed. I mean, thinking about how big it is and how excited you guys are, the thrill of that must be quite a feat to work with and develop as well. So how is the game prioritizing all of Indiana Jones's adventure from the films into the game?
It's really about putting you into the shoes of Indiana Jones, like allowing you to play out this fantasy. What would you do as Indiana Jones? And with that obviously comes the iconic whip, being able to solve mysteries, escape traps, and doing all these things that we know and love from this iconic hero.
Absolutely. I mean, I probably wouldn't choose the right chalice, but hopefully everything else in the game I'll have correct. It'll be fine. Speaking about the game then, let's talk about what the combat and maybe exploration will look like in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
So it all comes back to the character, what could you do? So combat, compared to, we come from a background of working on Wolfenstein for a really long game, like big, double-wielding shotguns. This game is not that. This is much more adventure-focused game. So that means exploring more open-ended environments, having proper puzzles into the game that's challenging for the player to solve without you getting stuck, being able to scale the environment using your whip, but also, the combat. Like Indy is known for his knuckle-busting, brawler-style combat, so punching enemies in the face or even picking up a banjo and smashing them over the head. It's all about trying to recreate that really almost comedic matinee style adventure.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, he is an archaeologist, but not quite BJ, but he does a good job with what's around him. Can't wait to get into that. Speaking of utilizing the environment, can we talk about the puzzles that we'll see in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle as well?
Absolutely. This is one of the kind of new type of features that we haven't done so much with before at Machine Games. So that was a really interesting challenge. And as I mentioned, we want to make real puzzles. We want you to be this kind of professor, archaeologist. So there's a lot of games, big games out there that kind of dumb down the puzzles for the sake of just making sure the player gets the full experience. We have tried really hard to just make them exciting to explore and build all these systems, like we have the camera and the journal to help you through the puzzle. You get to investigate and discover, and if you still do get stuck, you have the camera, you can pick it up, you can snap a photo of the puzzle, and Indy will provide a little clue what you need to do. You can take another one if you get deeper, so you don't have to go off to YouTube to see the solution.
Nice.
It's also extremely important to try to hit the sweet spot of making sure that we have these complicated puzzles from a game mechanic point of view, but we also need to make sure that they feel like they fit within the environments, like it's an actual part of this ancient temple that you have discovered, that there's a contextual sense to it. So there's many different components, but we feel that we are in a very, very good sweet spot at the moment where it sits.
I believe in you too. I can't wait to see them. You know, speaking about ancient temples and things, obviously we see a whole bunch of iconic and interesting locations that Indy gets to travel to across the films too. Whereabouts in the game will us players get to explore and discover?
Reggie, good morning.
We have
good morning, Wyatt.
The base narrative and the core story is already, it makes sure that we put the player on a global adventure. We get to visit a lot of different locations. The reasoning behind some of these locations is a twofold reason. One is, of course, that it fits the narrative, the story that we want to tell. The other one is also to make sure that we introduce new, interesting, exciting environments throughout the full campaign. So you will get this dynamic pacing of, wow, a jungle, a desert, mountains, you know. So we're really trying to make sure that that balance and that contrast feels exciting and thrilling at all times.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, a lot of us, I'm sure, me especially,
yes,
I'm very excited to get my hands on that whip and take that out for a spin. Is there anything you want to share just now about whip wielding and how that can be used within the game too?
It's such an important feature. Like it's iconic for the character. So from day one, it's been incredibly important to get right, and we've had super talented engineers and animators working really hard to get the feeling of it feeling right. Like there's a mix of simulation, physical simulation in there. There's a mix of animation that takes over that allows you to do all these things that we want to do. You can, attach it to things in the environment, pull them, use it to scale walls. It's also a combat tool, so really being able to use primarily as an entry point to combat is a very good use of the whip. You can use it to disarm someone, so you can turn around and then use it to pull an enemy into what we call clinch, so you can punch them. It's a very versatile tool, and getting that to feel right has taken a lot of work. We have the audio part of it. We actually
super important.
Yeah.
It's such an iconic part of Indiana Jones' character. So the amount of work from broad spectrum within the team that's been working on it and working hard to make sure that it is where it is today, it's been not an easy task.
We even brought in experts, like we went to visit the Swedish Bullwhip champion yeah. And you know, our audio team went there and rigged mics and everything so we could get the sound just right and see how it's actually being used.
Oh gosh, that must have been quite the day. I love that. Can't wait for that part personally. So let's talk about what it was like working with Lucasfilm. Obviously, absolutely synonymous with Indiana Jones and a lot of amazing IPs. What can fans expect in terms of authenticity in your game?
A lot. So speaking to the point of working together alongside with Lucasfilm Games has been extremely, valuable and appreciated. We have been on a constant iterative basis with them, basically a weekly turn. We've been in contact with them. They are the experts of the IP, they are the experts of the franchise. So seeking their guidance sometimes and making sure that we are on the right path has been invaluable and, a really good experience. And speaking to what fans can expect, there are two sides to that. For people that are fans of the franchise and fans of Indiana Jones, this is absolutely your fix. This is your Indiana Jones fix, right? But when it comes to, and it's might sound weird, there are people out there that do not know who Indiana Jones is. We are capturing them also, because at the heart and at the core of Indiana Jones and the franchise is a fantastic world of deep narrative and a great adventure. So there is something for everyone in there.
Amazing. I can't wait. That sounds so good. Well, guys, I would love to know if there are any parts of the film that you also emulate in the game, or if you could maybe share us a little bit of Easter eggs if you have any.
Well, it wouldn't be a proper Easter egg if we spoiled it ahead of launch, so you have to play it for yourself. But as Axel said, there's a wealth of indie trivia and lots of really cool things to discover in the game. So
if you know type thing.
You will not be disappointed if you're into that.
Amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for chatting with me today. Finally, last question. When can we get our hands on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle?
December 9th.
Okay, Christmas wish list sorted then. Very good and very nice. Jens,
what kind
Axel,
of question
thank you so
is that?
much.
I mean,
Enjoy
that was
the rest
announced
of
2
your
days
Gamescom.
ago.
It's
I
been
mean, that was
such
a
a pleasure
huge announcement. I'm sorry, but what kind of question is that?
I shall don my hat now as well. I think that's only right. And remember, you can pre-order your copy of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle ready for December 9th.
Oh my God.
Excitement has been building for this next RPG since it was announced back in 2016. Now, this brainchild of some of the minds behind the Persona series is nearly ready to launch. Enjoy this look at Metaphor Re-Fantasio.
All right, Metaphor. Here we go. Attack on Titan.
Only the one who has earned the people's support is fit to be king.
So I can be King Louis?
People may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know.
King Louis.
I want to protect this country and its people.
The city of Rhylehaven.
If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
More public support, bigger face on the rock.
Traveling from one
Who's
nation to
on the
another.
rock?
Well, there's all sorts of life-threatening danger on the way.
Oh, I don't know, Sanchez Martinez. Give me good morning to you, brother. I gotta search for that. Because lately, I've been too busy with Gamescom, so I haven't done my research lately, but I have to.
Can you smell it? There's change in the air. Looks like we've got Sanctifex Forden in the lead. And Count Luis hot on his trail.
Did he say Luis? I told you I was in the game. See, I am in the game, Luis. There you go. Crazy Lou in the game. I told you. See.
You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Louis in the game. Let's go. What a really skinny version of him. And that can.
There are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Steam, Xbox Series S. Hey, man, can you use that?
ゲームズコムにご来場の皆さん、こんにちは。メタファーリファンタジオディレクターの橋野桂です。本日はご参加いただきありがとうございます。ただいま2024年10月11日の世界同時リリースに向けて最終調整に挑んでおり、現地へ行くことができずとても残念です。今日私からこれまで皆さんからいただいている応援コメントや感想とともに本作の魅力をいくつかご紹介させていただきます。まずは皆様にご注目いただいている本作のあらすじについてです。メタファーは本作の舞台であるユークロニア王国の王が殺されるところから物語が始まります。この世界では王族や権威のある人物が王になることが主流でしたが、突如国民から最も人気を得た人物が次の王になることができるという王選挙魔法が発動され、物語が大きく進んでいきます。現代風に言えば選挙のようなものでしょうか。主人公は王を目指し旅をします。いろいろな場所に赴き、さまざまな人々と出会い成長を重ねます。もちろん主人公以外にもさまざまな種族の人物が立候補します。一番人気になれば誰でも王になれるわけですから、とんでもない公約を掲げる人も出てきますし、ユニークな戦いや騒動が繰り広げられることになります。選挙をめぐる物語をぜひゲームの中で体験してみてください。次にユーザーの皆様からは、主人公が王を目指す道中で楽しめる旅体験への高い関心を寄せていただいています。今作はさまざまな経験や出会いが主人公の王の資質を成長させます。どんな行動も無駄にはならず主人公の成長につながる、これは非常に重要なポイントです。凱旋車での移動の最中、仲間とチェスのようなゲームを楽しむこんな何気ない仲間との交流からも主人公は王に一歩近づくことになります。また舞台であるユークロニア王国のさまざまなロケーションにも多くのご注目をいただいています。旅の道中で訪れる街や雄大な自然では多彩なアクティビティを体験することができます。モンスター退治のサブクエストはもちろん、ある街ではクリーンダイビングを楽しむことも可能です。メインストーリーを進めると後から開放されるアクティビティもありますので、プレイヤーの皆さんはぜひいろいろな場所を巡っていただけると嬉しいです。それらゲームの中での選択一つ一つが仲間たちとの絆を育み、主人公の成長につながります。どのような日々を過ごすのかはプレイヤーの皆さん次第です。さまざまな楽しみ方ができるようこだわって作っていますので、ぜひ楽しみにお待ちいただけると幸いです。そして予約購入をしていただくと冒険をより楽しむための豪華な特典がゲットできますので、ぜひ事前予約をしてください。最後に本作の特徴を一つお話しします。メタファーでは会話中プレイヤーが選んだ選択肢を主人公がボイス付きで喋ります。これは私がこれまでに作ってきたペルソナ5などの作品よりもさらに主人公に個性を与えたかったためです。プレイしていくうちに親近感と愛着が増していただけるようこだわって作りました。ぜひ新たな主人公を愛していただけると大変嬉しく思います。それでは Xbox チームにお戻しします。ありがとうございました。
We've just heard from the developers. Now let's meet some of the voices of Metaphor Refantasio. Joining me now are Kristen Atherton and Stuart Clark. Thanks so much for joining us here at Gamescom. How are you finding it so far?
Oh, mate, it's been overwhelming in the best possible way. Like, I've never been to an event like this, which it's like gaming theme park.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like every area is themed. I'm looking at the World of Warcraft section now, and it's just like it looks like this themed attraction. People are queuing.
Oh, they already showed it
They've
this
got
morning.
incredible rides.
That was the first thing they showed.
I just want to go out and explore. Like, as soon as this is done, I just want to go and I want to find some cool things to go.
I'm just ready to play it.
I mean, you walk in for the first time and it's just, you almost want to just stand and take it in. It's just a spectacle. And people walking around in costumes, you know, I want to stop every single person and go, you look incredible. Wait, you look incredible. It's such a wonderful atmosphere. We're having such a brilliant time.
Yeah, it's one of the best things, us wandering around the booth, seeing all the games. But let's talk about your game, because both of you play some incredible characters, right, in the game. Stuart, do you want to start off with who you're playing and tell us about your character?
I can totally start, yeah, okay. So I play Leon Stroll, he is your first ally. He is your your brother in arms, your ride or die, your main man, your special dude. I'm running out of ways to describe it, but he is like your first and foremost. Runs in very early. He is like a country noble who, basically, he's a man of the people. He's got this idealized version of what a noble should be, how a noble should act, how they should interact with the world, and it's an idealism that isn't always matched by the world that he exists
Let's see today,
within.
bro. Let's see today.
He butts up against that a lot. And I think it's so refreshing for him to find the protagonist and for them to share this kind of forged in fire experience early on, where they find that their ideals align and their motivations align, and he's able to join him as that first ally. Like his mouth gets ahead of him sometimes. Yeah. He's forthright. He will if he doesn't like you, he'll tell you. And if there's a grudge, he's going to keep that grudge. But if you're on the right side of him, he is your best friend.
It sounds like everyone needs a stroll in their life.
I think so. I think so.
I agree.
Kristen, what about your character?
Well, if you need a stroll, you certainly need a Hulkenberg. Iceland Hulkenberg is, she was a knight originally, and she was the bodyguard of the royal family, the prince, and she sort of carries this extraordinary sense of honor and of her duty to the royal family. And when we meet her, she has this enormous wound because she was not able to protect the royal family in their hour of need. And so when we meet her, you get a feeling of she needs to redeem herself. You know, she needs to prove that she is the great knight, the great warrior, and she has your back. She is front and center. You want Hulkenberg to be fighting your corner.
I want to hear more about the Date Everything game again.
Very,
That was a lot of fun, right, chat?
She's maybe not the person you want to play a practical joke on, because she will not get it. However, you do want to go to a bar with her and eat some weird food, because she likes her weird food.
Weird? What kind of weird food are we talking about?
I mean, I don't want to drop any spoilers, but basically...
Huge spoilers. Huge spoilers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't want to ruin her maybe one joke of the entire game, but yeah, she will eat what pretty much no one else will eat.
That is fair enough. It's pretty much me at Gamescom. I was just going like, oh, what have we got? Like, going around the town. Yeah. But one of the hardest things I find with any prep for building these characters is, what are you given beforehand? Are you shown like images? Are you kind of given extra details so that when you're going to build this character, what's the approach for you?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. Honestly, Benny, it can vary massively from project to project in terms of where you are in the recording process when the game's being developed. So it might be that you come in further along, and there's so many assets. You can see full cutscenes. You're getting a full rendition of the world, or it can go completely the other way, and you're basically performing to an Excel spreadsheet, and everything is having to be conjured by your brain. I think with this one, it was sort of an in-betweeny stage where, when we started the project, there was very little. There was like nothing to go on. I remember. Scott, the localization director, was sort of describing these things, describing humans, human monsters, and I was like, okay, yeah, right, I get it. Do you get that? Yes, I get it. I didn't really get it. But then the assets start coming in, and you start seeing these animatics, these cutscenes. There we go. There's one.
This is basically how it is. If you go to the Gamescom and talk to everybody, this is how it is. You gotta listen to people talk, the devs talk, and everything. So this is why they did a 3-day showcase, right? Because they knew they gotta sit down with the devs, to promote the game, give us some samples, what can happen in the game, some cool stuff, right? So that's how it works, man. That's what Gamescom is. It's not a showcase like a game showcase,
They look sort of beautiful and terrifying at the same time, I don't know about you, when I auditioned.
Well, because that is a showcase. This is Gamescom. In Gamescom, you sit down and talk to the devs, they talk to you about the games. Like for example, they're talking to the characters in the game. That's how Gamescom works, you know. This is what it is, TJ. It's like you go into E3 and go into all the stands talking to people. Basically, it's just like that. Basically, it's just like that. They got a lot of explaining to do about the game, talk about the game. This is how you promote the game.
Because they're like, as you said, such different characters to what you've done in the past.
Yes, 100%, 100%. I actually, there are a couple of moments in the game that are
Oh, you're fighting. Don't fight about Gamescom, guys. This is just the way it is, TJ.
I'm quite an
Nothing
extrovert.
bad with that.
I like going big, and a lot of the directions that I kept being given was, Kristen, you're very good at fighting these battles. Things hurt less. Do less. Do less. Do less. There are a couple of moments again. I don't want to spoil big dramatic moments where I was screaming, and the performance directors are going, Kristen, less.
It's always said though, it's better to go less than be
You
like,
slept in your car today. Now it's full of wasps. I'm scared. Why do you sleep in your car?
If you've got more, you can kind of like take that step back and kind of...
Yeah, it's like that, TJ. It takes a while. It's a lot of talking, man. This is basically what it is. What I'm doing is because, you know, there's some new games that have been shown. Like, for example, we saw Kill Knight that was shown yesterday. Redacted that was shown yesterday. So I'm sitting here so people, you know, can see the new trailers and bring out some positive stuff about Xbox because it's been a crazy week for everything with Xbox. Yeah, I lowered it for a little bit just for me to talk because I can't talk with everything going on. But yeah, I'll raise it right now.
With like the whole Xbox team that are doing the hosting, like doing like red lorry, yellow lorry, green lorry, like bite my bone, all this like stupid stuff.
World of Warcraft was not that long.
Is there anything particularly you were doing to get yourself
Diablo
into
was the one that was long.
like kind of like mindset for recording?
The first day.
Oh, like any prep.
Okay, less of a vocal exercise, but I tell you what I did do throughout the recording process was that the studio was a little bit outside of London, so I always had a train journey to go. And I played through the entire of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on my Switch because it just got me in that kind of RPG mindset of like listening to other voice actors, enjoying what they're doing, feeling inspired, and getting me in that zone. So that was kind of my prep. It was more of a mental prep of just like getting you into the world of like fantasy, JRPG, that kind of thing. I found that actually really helped me.
Yeah.
No.
I like to listen to computer game soundtracks when I'm on my way. You know, it's very tempting. You're walking around, you know, South London, and you hear this epic music in your ears, and you're like, I am a warrior. Yes, all of you should fear me. And actually, as soon as you take the music out, you're like, I am not fearsome or scary. But yeah.
Honestly, it's been so much fun, like just kind of like seeing how you approach these characters in the world, and I can't wait to play the game myself as well. So thank you so much for both of you coming and joining us and like finding about the process and hearing about your characters. And a big thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Gamescom, get a chance to get around the booth as well.
Let's go see what's next. Come on, let's go.
As well, the epic story of Metaphor Refantazio unfolds when the game launches October 11th. So check out the pre-order and get ready for the adventure. But coming up, the team from 33 Immortals stopped by to help us join the rebellion.
There you go, 33 Immortals!
33-player co-op. And later, we'll give you the ultimate booth experience with an Avowed demo only seen here at Gamescom. And remember, Avowed will be available on Game Pass day one. So get ready, and a great way to get ready is to take advantage of an offer from Xbox Game Pass. Get new games on day one like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th. Play some of the biggest games of the year and also unlock partner benefits from Riot Games and EA Play. And if you're not already a Game Pass member, you can join right now and get your first month of PC Game Pass for $1 or €1. This offer won't last long, so act now. But also, now we turn to a nutty puzzle platformer that trades acorns for ammunition. Welcome to the wild world of Squirrel with a Gun.
I had a call in the morning.
My name is Dan D'Antremont, game director for Squirrel with a Gun.
Yes!
The game
Squirrel with a Gun! Let's go! Squirrel with a Gun! Woohoo! This is the game I'm waiting for.
Causing mayhem in pursuit of
hell
golden
yeah!
acorns.
Grenade
And I'm
launcher?
so excited to share a bit about what makes this nutty sandbox shooter and puzzle platformer so special. The core of Squirrel with a Gun is in its nutty sandbox gameplay. We had to make sure the gameplay was as crazy as the concept. You play as an unhinged animal as it wreaks havoc on the world around you as you explore and complete hidden objectives. You can be a nice squirrel and ask for snacks and pose for photos. You might get some rewards for wholesome interactions, like helping a bride find her missing groom, shooting some hoops, going on a little water adventure, and heading to the skate park to show off some tricks. But you can also choose to be a nuisance, pestering the community, like running them over with your little RC car, giving someone a shave, riding the drone, doing a showdown with Wild Will, the cowboy. There are so many different ways you can interact with people in this game, and a lot of hidden side quests to complete with the NPCs in exchange for the highly desirable golden acorns. Regular acorns and the rare golden acorns are used as currency to unlock new weapons or other interactable items, like your RC car. This game also has a lot of clever puzzle platforming. Not only do you jump and climb around like a normal squirrel would, but because this squirrel is often equipped for combat, you can use a gun's recoil to boost its jumps. This feature is utilized in various ways based on which gun you are holding, and sometimes you need a specific weapon to help you navigate a puzzle. For example, you wouldn't be able to get the acorn on top of this roof without a shotgun to blast you up there. We had a lot of fun making each puzzle super unique. There's a minefield that you have to sneak through to get the rewards on the other side. The neighborhood itself has all sorts of backyard puzzles, like getting some air with bouncy umbrellas, or getting low in the crawlspace maze. Some of them can get a little crazy. You can take to the sky on a bouncy castle, and head underwater to get some rewards. Let's take a quick pause in the gameplay to show off some cosmetics we've been working on to style up our squirrel. My favorite outfit is the diving suit because it lets you explore a hidden underwater cave that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. A few of the cosmetics even have tactical effects. Wearing a bomb suit will reduce explosive damage, and the sparkler hat can light propane tanks on fire. And of course you can't have a squirrel with a gun without the gun. There's 7 different weapons to unlock in the game, each with its own unique takedown and jump boost. You can learn more about them by watching our previous Arsenal trailer. Each one is a blast. I hope you learned a little something about how squirrels can wield weapons and cause chaos. And I can't wait for all of you to get your paws on this passion project of ours.
Yes! Let's go! Whoa, what's this? Uh-oh. What the hell is this? This got serious all of a sudden.
Bosses in Path of Exile 2 come about 2 major ways. You obviously have the more traditional approach where you create a narrative and you design a boss around that narrative.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
What game is Diablo? This can't be Diablo.
The second way, which I think is something that can be very unique and create some of the more interesting encounters, is letting the creative genius of our artists
that was
do
a
what
quick
they need to
pace,
do.
huh? Hey, Lini, good morning!
They can come up with something completely abstract, and this is how you get some of the most awesome things, because all of a sudden it can be something with 100 tentacles, or 9 limbs, or no limbs, or 1,000 teeth, or none, and obviously things that aren't even in my imagination.
What game is that? Yo, is that a gun? Oh. That's tight. I'm sorry, that's tight. You got a gun too? That's tight. Designing a boss. Wait, you guys
well, a boss in Path of Exile 2 ultimately is the culmination
of
decades of experience, making hundreds, if not thousands, of bosses in its predecessor, taking all that knowledge together, and puts it in a package that delivers the best of what could possibly be of boss encounters in an action RPG environment with bosses that are utilizing Souls-like mechanics.
Yeah, there are a lot of games like this, huh? Why so serious? A lot of people focus on this type of games, huh?
Despite the fact there's over 100 bosses and more to come, a lot more to come, every single boss fight is completely unique, hand animated from scratch. It is designed from scratch, it is balanced from scratch, and it doesn't reuse a single asset in our library or anything like that.
Who makes them is Grinding Gear Games. Those are the ones who make it. But man, this one looks wicked.
One of the main challenges balancing boss fights in Path of Exile 2, especially compared to its predecessor, you have to, in a single attempt, reduce the boss from full life to 0 in order to then progress through. If a player cannot defeat them now, then they're stuck. It is very, very important to us that Path of Exile bosses, mechanics, especially around telegraphing, feels fair to the user, as opposed to them being cheated out of something when they happen to die.
Yep.
We want to make sure that hitboxes
but with guns,
are accurate,
though, because it's all
and
gun.
of course, when something hits you, it feels like it hits you. It ultimately makes it feel that much more satisfying when you kill it, and you feel that much more pride when you are able to overcome something difficult, knowing that the game hasn't robbed you of this thing. At the end of the day, you want to see that healthy balance where some people are struggling, and you want to see that moment, that second-hand moment where someone overcomes that challenge and is so happy for doing so. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Really, it's not user-friendly? Uh-oh. This is gonna kick her ass.
Experience, we have been giving away prizes all week, and now it's time once again for one of you lovely lot to win something truly awesome. If that sounds like music to your ears, then head over to twitch.tv/Xbox for your chance to win the Riffmaster wireless guitar. It's so perfect to play music like a true rock star in Fortnite Festival, and of course it's compatible on Fortnite Festival across Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. Now head to chat and rock on. Okay, now it's time to catch up with the minds behind Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers and take a look at a never-before-seen piece about the inspiration behind this epic title.
大家好，我是林哲科技的创始人之一，也是明末冤虚之语的制作人夏世元。
Now this game I want to hear about Wu-Chang.
林哲是一家位于成都的游戏公司。成都有非常丰富的历史底蕴和传统文化，这里有神秘的三星堆，有脍炙人口的三国故事，也有大量的历史建筑和文物。我们在这片土地上生活和工作。作为游戏从业者，我们很希望能够把这些独特的东西带给大家。游戏的故事背景设定在明朝末年的1647年，张献忠刚死。 川蜀地区正迎来它最黑暗的时期。由于战乱和羽化病的出现，这个地区就变得非常的险恶。我们为羽化病撰写了属于它自己的架空历史。从蜀王杜宇时代起，经历了汉唐、宋末，以至明末。每逢战乱的时候，羽化病就会出现。我们把这些信息分散到了游戏的只言片语当中，以及游戏的场景叙事当中，力求拉近这个架空世界和玩家之间的距离。 而无常作为主角，他需要在这些传说中寻找复活妹妹的线索，而在这个过程当中，玩家和主角都会逐渐去接近整个事情的真相。明朝末年，在四川地区的战乱、瘟疫的混乱和这种破败的背景，其实和我们的游戏类型是极为契合的。 我们希望把更多诸如胡金铨武侠电影的质感和这种黑暗的背景做结合，利用这种强烈的冲突去创造出独特的美术氛围。在这种美术的基调之上，我们就可以通过更多的非线性的关卡设计，或者说是包括一些垂直的关卡设计，去增强冲击力，然后去做更多的场景叙事，营造一种故事感，让玩家能够在体验游戏的时候 沉浸其中，或者说是让玩家在游戏中每走的一步路都能够感觉到这个世界是活着的。当然，明末作为一款架空世界的游戏，我们依然希望能够给玩家呈现一个具有明末特色的游戏体验。为了实现这一点，玩家将在游戏中邂逅大量历史中存在的或大或小的人物，比如像张献忠及其4大义子。 拉近玩家和传说之间的距离，通过这种大背景下人的抉择，去展现人性中的光明面，把更多关于传统武侠的概念的思考留给玩家。 游戏开始的时候，其实给玩家提供了一个容错率非常高的区域，允许玩家慢慢的熟悉游戏当中的一些独特的机制。玩家会跟随无常的视角，发现自己回到了阔别已久的故乡。玩家需要帮助无常去寻找失去的记忆，与游戏中遇到的各种各样的角色进行对话互动。但是在前期，玩家可能不会意识到前期的每一个抉择其实都是非常关键的。
This game is gonna be awesome.
游戏前期其实为接下来的旅程制造了大量的悬念和铺垫，我们相信这会勾起玩家的好奇心。随着游戏剧情的深入，特别是到了游戏的后期，玩家会产生一种恍然大悟的感觉。实体扫描是一个非常好的方案，因为扫描技术可以把时间的痕迹很好的记录下来。四川还有周边地区存在着大量的明代古建筑以及少数民族的建筑和村落。我们为了去把属于这个时代的特征带给大家，大量使用了像激光扫描仪、相机、无人机等各种各样的设备，去获取物体表面复杂的几何信息，从而生成这些复杂的模型，让它们能够进到游戏当中。这样的话，玩家就能够在游戏中行走在这些过去的时间当中了。战斗方面，我们为了做出一些自己的东西，从电影和传统武术中吸取了大量的灵感，设计了很多武器和流派机制，让游戏的核心战斗在不偏离本味的基础之上，能够更加的具有动作性和策略性。比如我们的双刀就借鉴了武侠电影，双刀的部分招式在和对方拼刀的过程当中，能够偏斜对方大部分的伤害，并且造成伤害。但是如果这个时候玩家的体质太弱，那么则无法续航。所以说这个时候一般会选择一些 T 技作为组合去弥补核心机制的不足，进而这种不同的搭配就会造成玩家各种各样的 build。我个人其实比较关注玩家在战斗中和怪物的交互和反馈机制，所以说在战斗系统的核心设计方面，我们强化了战斗方式的多样性和策略性，针对不同的招式，应该说是针对不同的怪物的招式设计了更多的解法，力求丰富玩家的战斗体验。武术指导在参与项目的过程中，会根据游戏的动作去进行包装，然后最终确保效果是符合预期的。我们的动画师将根据武术指导的设计，再进行2次调整和制作，这样最终游戏的动作就可以在游戏性和观赏性中间取得一个比较好的平衡。
Yo, this game is gonna be dope, man. This game is gonna be dope.
当然，首先很高兴能够时隔数年再和广大玩家见面。这个宣传片的主题其实是说从人堕落成怪物。这个主题更多是希望表达游戏中的一个主旨，就是一切的力量都是等价交换，玩家也会随着无常的旅程，看到游戏中大大小小的人物为了自己的执念染指了未知的力量，造成了非常可怕的后果。然后宣传片中出现的 BOSS 其实和无常是有血缘关系的，游戏中家庭的这个主题也将在这个人物的剧情中得到体现。随着距离我们2025年的发售日越来越近，我们还会陆续给大家带来更多的内容。感谢大家的关注和支持，我们会和505 Games 一道紧密合作，尽快把更多的内容带给大家。
That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm stoked for this game. This is one of those games I want to play. It's a Game Pass!
It was one of our favorite titles when it was announced last year, and now it continues to make headlines in the run-up to release.
Beautiful.
Here with what fans can expect from 33 Immortals, we have Thunder Lotus producer Nicolas Godin. Bienvenue à la Gamescom.
Ah,
Ça va?
merci. Ça va très bien. Thank you very much. Gamescom is awesome. Your booth is awesome. It's very impressive.
33
And
Immortals,
you actually were
let's
here
go!
last year with 33 Immortals on our Gamescom stage.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a year, it's been a minute. Could you give us a refresher on the ABCs?
I'll give you a little recap. So 33 Models is a co-op action roguelike game where you join the fight with 33 players with you, and then the goal is to fight masses of monsters and epic bosses, and all that in a raid, pick up and raid. It's how we call it, the pick up and raid vibe, where we want to give this raid accessible take for players, low key, low effort to just join in and you fight all together.
And Phil Spencer is a fan. We know that.
We are very happy to mention that Phil was our first community member since he played last year. But to be fair, he was really nice with us. He played with us. He was very. He's our fan. We love him, and it was a good moment with him last year.
And you got community testing now under your belt as well. So could you tell us more about the reactions?
Yes, it was interesting throughout the whole year. We had a closed alpha and a closed beta. For the closed beta, we were very surprised. We had around 47,000 players. We weren't expecting this at all, but we are very grateful and happy to have all these players joining in. And it was nice because we also had a survey in it, and we asked them, would you recommend that game? You know, this classic, would you recommend it? And we were very happy to hear that 94% of them would recommend it. So for us, it was clearly a big success.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And those community testings can be very revealing. So what did you learn about that for your game, and how does your team evolve things before release?
Yeah, indeed, we learned a lot. First of all, we confirmed that our core game mechanic is working very well. The fact of playing with 32 players as a big group in the world, in boss fight, it was a good success. People appreciated all the co-op mechanics. The boss fight, again, they were very appreciated.
Vicky.
And also,
we're not
it's
watching
something
33
very
Immortals.
TLG-like.
How are you doing today?
We know we have gorgeous art, like gorgeous animation, gorgeous art everywhere. It's really
Bonjour, Louis. Bonjour,
I'll say our like
Comment tu
tagline when we
t'appelles?
talk about Thunder Lotus, and we respect that, and people appreciate that. It was very good. On the other hand, we also had tons of feedback, and that was good because we needed feedback, obviously. And we know that we have to still work on the combat. The combat is such a big thing in our game. We want to make it more snappy. We're also going to work on some like tutorials at the beginning to make it more clear for players. We want to work also again on some communication features we have in game. We'll pick them up to make sure that people have all the tools to communicate with each other very easily. And the last of it is also all about the difficulty. We want to make sure that every player will be able to jump in and enjoy the game with the right difficulty level. Right now, it was a bit too difficult.
Same
so
here.
yes, and
Same
especially
here.
raids can be very difficult.
Awesome.
They can be very demanding, sometimes elite. And do you have a different approach on that in the game?
But you said it exactly. Like raids in games, people will have the conception that you really have to dedicate yourself. You have to take time. You have to grind and like make your character more powerful. Have a group that will show up at the same time. We want to take another like vibe at this. We want to make sure that people can just open the console, go in our Darkwoods hub, equip a weapon, equip beautiful capes and ornaments because that's important, and then like just jump in. And the second you're in the world, you are with 32 other players and you play together. This is really our take on the pick up and raid, and we wanted to make sure that the game will be easy to access, but yet still be challenging. And this is our biggest challenge, I would say, because it's easy to make just a game that is very easy, but it still has to be fun, challenging to the player. So this is really our focus in the past few months, where we want to make sure that our game will be perfectly balanced for this, yet very accessible.
I love that. Accessibility is so important. But I remember you talked about the tutorials. Did anybody beat the tutorials, actually?
Funny moment. So we know
today?
that the tutorials, we have this kind of torture chamber where you have to die. We want you to die to just stop this and go to the yeah, it's like you can keep going. But someone was able to just survive the whole thing, and it was very impressive to see this. Some people are very dedicated, and props to these players because we love them a lot. But he did manage to die at some point, I guess, otherwise he wouldn't keep going in the game, but that's it. We have very dedicated players for this, and he made it.
I love that story. So he made the impossible possible.
Every players will always show us that everything is possible.
But you also got something new coming up, a new realm. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, exact. So in the beta, in the closed beta, we introduced a new world, which is about Purgatorio. So right now, just as a little reminder, when you join the game, you start in Inferno. This is where you'll play with 32 players. And then when you join Purgatorio, it's a smaller zone, so it's 22 players, and it's going to be it's going to be way much more rough. It's more challenging and demanding. In terms of the area, it looks very different. There's a lot of like ashes everywhere. It's clearly another mood. A lot of like monastery and like abandoned places everywhere. But the biggest thing about Purgatorio is the fact that the monsters are all different. In Inferno, we have a roster of monster with variation. In Purgatorio, we have a whole different monster like roster. And what's cool with them is that we introduce more co-op mechanic between them. So we have monsters that are able to eat each other. So they can be a pain sometimes in some fights. They have some that can slow players down. They have some that can make other monsters invulnerable for a short time. So we wanted to challenge the player differently to make sure that they will use all the roles of the different weapons in an efficient way and just challenge them in a different way with the other world.
So a lot of diversity, a lot to explore and watch out for, definitely.
Yes, exact. And by the way, please note that they are support, but they will still hurt you because yes, it's about dying again.
I see what the whole thing is about your game.
We're very sorry.
We talked about the beta moments ago. Will some of those insiders see evolution in the game?
Yes, and what's nice is that when you play a zone, you have access to a big boss fight at the end. Inferno was a Lucifer boss fight, which was very exciting. And for Purgatorio, we go with an Adam and Eve fight in the Garden of Eden. We weren't sure to push it out, but the goal was to have feedback on the gameplay. So when we put it out, it was very rough. It was all pink and placeholder with rough animations, and it was very fine with us because we wanted gameplay feedback on gameplay, which we did. And then right now we are working a lot to make sure that all the official assets for Adam and Eve will be like completely done, and we'll have tons of more info about the fight soon. But they're gonna look great. Animation will be done, VFX will be done. It's gonna be pretty nice.
I can really feel that your heart is beating for the community and the feedback. So if anybody else wants to join, how do we keep up with 33 Immortals?
Well, the team is very dedicated. So I just want to say a big props, camera.
Yes, please.
Like team, we love you. We are at Thunder Lotus. The team is like 20 people, and other people at the office always help with us. And really props to you, and props to all the players that help us with these different phases. We love you. Keep coming back. And if you want to keep contact with us and the game, first of all, join 33immortals.com. Follow us to have news on newsletter and the different phases that will come in. And also, we also started Xbox Insider playtest on this weekend. It's going to start right now. So for those who are on the Insider ring, please join the fight and have fun with us.
Give us a date.
Hopefully you can enjoy some more of Gamescom. Thank you so much for coming, Nicolas.
Thank you very much. Au revoir. Merci. Dankeschön.
De rien. Sign up at 33immortals.com to keep an eye out for 33 Immortals coming to Xbox Game Pass day and date. Coming up, we found out the latest from the Space Marine series. Then we've got two gameplay presentations you just gotta see. But first, it's the prequel to the fan-favorite real-time tactics series Commandos.
Oh, Serious Commandos. Okay, I was like, what? Pretty cool.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Xbox booth.
Over 50 titles and experiences means this booth is huge.
Yeah, so huge that we had to do a part 2 of our tour. So why don't you show everybody Towerborn, and I'll go find out what else is on the booth.
Come on, join me. This is Towerborn, a 4-player co-op game you can enjoy here at the booth. So make sure to bring some friends with you, because there are going to be some amazing boss battles as well. Make sure to check this out.
Still not yet.
Where's Henry at?
Over here, our fans get to experience Microsoft Flight Simulator like a proper pilot. We've got the yoke, we've got the rudder set up. From personal experience, this is definitely the way to play it. And we also brought along World Update 18, a brand new plane for them to check out. Looks sick.
No Xbox Gamescom without Forza Horizon. And we got a new Day 1 announcement with Hide and Seek. Fans at the booth can already play this new mode. And they can also check the latest Nike collab. Fans at home can play the latest mode on September 10th.
Over here is the perfect opportunity for fans of Fallout 76 or that recent TV show to grab a great snap in front of this iconic vault door. But follow me inside because I've got something to show you. Now, the Skyline Valley update's been available for a little bit of time, but here at Gamescom is their first chance to playtest the upcoming update, Milepost Zero.
Welcome to the Here to Help Accessibility Desk. We are dedicated to have you all play, whether on our broadcast or around the booth. We have multi-language interpreters. We have wheelchair-accessible ramps and also stuff to set up the Xbox Adaptive Set. We have the World of Warcraft booth with a great VR wheelchair experience, so make sure to check this out. We have great audio descriptive tours as well. We also show you the new joysticks and make sure to check out and maybe customize your own thumbsticks.
Over here we've got the Avowed Theatre experience, which is really cool because our fans get a VIP walkthrough of some never before seen gameplay. Right after that they can also cast some spells and whatever they're doing.
Are you ready for the pirate party experience? Then check out the Sea of Thieves booth here at Gamescom. We have a chicken present. You can win some loot. Can you imagine to control an ever-evolving nation? Then Ara History Untold is your game. Fans can choose between different historical figures. You can build and explore, but choose wisely, because this world is yours now.
Understandably, this next section is so popular, I couldn't even get too close to it. We've got the first Starfield expansion, Shattered Space, right next to the first Indiana Jones game since 2011, all wrapped up into one beautiful theater experience for our fans to see. There's a lot for them to check out behind those walls.
Xbox is all about the fans, and at this community hub you can get up close and personal with your favorite games and even some of the voices of your favorite characters. So make sure to check the schedule, enjoy and have fun at the booth.
And no Gamescom would be complete without some swag, and our gear shop has got everything you could ever want across so many of our different franchises. We've got stuff for Fallout, Diablo, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty. I'm going to go fill my bags up, and we'll just see what the rest of the show has in store for us.
Here we go. Commandos! Wow, I used to play this game back in the day. My God, look at the difference. Jesus. That's how it was back in the day. Damn. It's giving me back that feeling when I was playing that. Jesus. Yeah, it is, right, Sound? It is. Yes, they do want it, right? And I hope they do get it. I hope they do get it, PS5 Blues, because I want to see the hypocrisy just unfold. There you go. There you go. There was a game on I think it was Xbox One that came out. That was kind of like this, like Commandos, but it was a ninja. It was like a ninja style. I forgot the name of that game. Let me look for it. But it was, I mean, I wanted to buy it. Let me see if it's still available. Yes, it's Commandos. But no. This is like the old. Oh, this is the new Commandos. Travel West, if you haven't, the game's a ton of fun. Yeah, even Tark told me about it. You know, even Tark told me about it. That game is so cool. I saw it and I was like, I was kind of thing, but now like I should really try it. Weird West. Let's see what that game was called. Released on Xbox One. And Pass. Coming to Game Pass. All right.
And that was Commando's Origin. I'm pretty good, didn't it?
Sick.
Now, to Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Henry, did you know it was released back in 2011? What? Now, 13 years later, Space Marine 2 is nearly ready to make landfall. Here with more, please welcome Saber Interactive's Chief Creative Officer. It's Tim Willits. How you doing, Tim?
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, here it is. Shadow Tactics.
This
Blade
has
of
been
the
a great
show.
Gamescom, and the reception on the game has been great.
Amazing, wonderful. We got some questions for you. You got the first one in your love.
Yeah, I'd like to know, because this is a follow-up to the game that released back then, and knowing that there's quite a following to the Space Marine universe. I mean, the game itself, that the IP that the franchise is based on, has been ongoing for many years. Yeah. What's it like working with a team like Games Workshop to bring something like that to life?
Nice.
Yes, it's been a great honor for us to work with Games Workshop and to also work on the in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You know, this universe was created 45 years ago, and the influence that it has had on video games that we've played for decades, I don't think many people realize. You know, working with Games Workshop, you know, we worked hand in hand on the story, the setup, the Space Marine chapters, even like the enemies that you fight. So it was a great collaborative effort.
Yeah, no, I can totally imagine. And because of that, with 45 years, you say, of history, I imagine there's quite a challenge when it comes to making a sequel to a popular game for core fans who've been with you the whole time, but even trying to entice new folks who, like myself, I haven't played the first Space Marine game. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about, you know, what does this mean for those who have played for ages or maybe uninitiated to 40k?
Yes, that's a great question. It was definitely a challenge to create a game that both respected the franchise, respected the fans, but also was approachable enough for people to play it. Now, I know you said you haven't played Space Marine 1.
Please don't hurt me, Tim. I'll get round to it.
That is totally fine. Yes. You have. Don't worry that you know, if you haven't played the franchise, jump into Space Marine 2. If you're just a fan of over-the-top, in-your-face action games,
it's coming at the Tokyo Game Show.
Sounds
Gaming.
like a bit of us.
Right, that's good. But for the fans that have been there all along the way, they played the originals. How have they helped, you know, your community basically in focusing your development team to make sure the sequel is just right for them too?
Yes. The community, the Warhammer 40,000 community is intense. It's millions strong, and
well, they love it, right?
They love it.
Passionate amount of love, yeah.
Yes, and so working with Games Workshop, they have their community team, they have their expert writers, and we have talked to the community. We made sure that we are delivering the game and the experience that really is true to the franchise, and to really make you a true Space Marine, to that power fantasy of being the most badass soldier in the universe.
I mean, have you seen the sort of stuff they're up against? It's crazy, right?
I was going to say, looking at it, that was going to be my next question, actually, is how is this love and this influence reflected in the action and the pace of the game that we're looking at here? Because this looks, well, you said it's quite intense. It looks really full on.
Yeah.
Yes. The key to Space Marine 2 is both the complex melee system and the range combat. You know, one of the things that you will see is, you know, Titus has to use everything in his arsenal, from blocks to hits to dodges to grabs to glory kills.
Nice.
It's really a very visceral, intense, and in your face.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks so good. So do all of them have different kind of that up-close melee ability that we just saw as well? I know there are multiple folks you can play.
Yes.
Yeah?
So one of the great things about the game is we have a campaign where you play as Titus, and he has 2 squad mates whom the computer can play them, or your buddies can play with you.
Oh, fun, okay.
Yes, and then we have a PvE campaign where you can play as your own Space Marine.
Ooh.
And you can customize your Space Marine, you can be the chapter that you want, you know, you can upgrade.
That's great.
And then that also leads to PvP. So you can go head-to-head with other humans playing as Space Marines.
Oh, that sounds good. Absolutely. That's a bit of us. I like that. And there's the range stuff that we're seeing here now, yeah.
This is the thing, like, the action is very intense, and at times the number of enemies can get quite overwhelming as well. It's not just about the fact that you're dealing with someone far away, maybe someone up close, because I can deal with one dude.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
He's fine with that.
Tell me about the sort of technology you've had to develop to allow for there to be so much going on screen at once.
Yes, so the key critical component of this experience.
That was sick.
Yes, that is an awesome
goal. We just need to quickly go. Nice job, Tim. Like that, Tim.
Yes. So the Swarm engine.
Oh,
the
man.
Swarm engine was developed by Saber Interactive in World War Z, and that has been developed now in Swarm Engine 2, where we can bring massive amounts of Tyranids,
this game was so cool.
never seen before, and they just come at you and they break apart, and every one of those Tyranids, based on our new AI director, starts thinking, and they're thinking about killing you. And it is an over-the-top war, like epic, like never seen before, epic war, where you are the main fighter.
And is this just going around in the skybox? Because I don't know about you, Henry, but the idea of like loads of Tyranids flying at me sounds kind of fun. Is it something that you can see from a distance, or are they like coming at you?
Yeah, they're much scarier.
They're just Tyranids.
Yes, especially when they're hundreds and hundreds.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they come at you with everything, and you need to use every weapon in your arsenal. Every move that you practice to stay alive. You can see here where the Tyranids are moving into the battlefield, and they're just on their way. It's nuts. And as they approach, they immediately break out into individual units that have their own AI.
I was going to say, how does that work with the Swarm? Are they all on a set path, or as soon as they land, is it just like the fastest route they can get to you and start messing you up?
So our new advanced AI director coordinates the battle.
Nice.
So the Swarm can come from different directions. The Swarm kind of like breaks apart, like when they separate. That can happen at different times, based on the state of the battle, based on what you're doing, and based on what your Space Marine buddies are doing.
Tim, you've done it again. Did you see that one?
No, I'll watch
that one was sick. And watch the show back.
that one
Yo. And what's cool about this game is that it's going to be co-op, man. I mean, this game is going to be fun
if they're thinking, oh, he's got this lane covered, let's direct some around here to sort of flank. Is that the sort of thing you're talking about?
Yes. So you are a Space Marine. You're a Primaris Ultramarine, okay? But we can't make the game super easy for you.
Nah.
So you'll feel like, I'm bashing these Tyranids, but then they overwhelm you. And then the AI director can bring in more advanced units from different directions. They can flank you. So the ultimate goal is to feel like you're not going to survive. To feel
party
like
up, let's go.
You're going to lose, but you make it and you win, and it's a great feeling.
It's like at every opportunity, you're just about to like close the gap, feel like you're getting ahead, and then you guys are just like Sourblow, just chucking a wrench in my engines. And, I'm falling back again, and it's all over. Got to work from scratch again.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes, it's very
Good
intense.
reference, Henry.
Oh, thanks.
Very on brand for you. I like it. Yeah, that gameplay we were just looking at, by the way, the sheer size of it. Yeah, here we go. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can see a little bit of
Wow.
here. I mean,
That's a flying. They're flying Tyranids.
Seriously,
this particular battle,
This
they're
game does not bring
attacking
bodies.
these huge
This
kind
has
of
gotta
radio
be a body,
towers,
man.
and you just
This is
like
freaking
destroy
awesome.
them as you try to survive, because they start landing. Different units start landing on the same platform that you're on. And as you can see, there's lots of ways that you can go about killing
there
them.
you go. That's right.
So it's not just mindless violence. There is also quite a lot of like objectives, mechanics to be following as well.
Yes. So I played the first one, and I know you haven't. That's okay.
This is homework to do. I understand.
This is our melee system is much more advanced. It's much deeper, and our ranged combat system is also much more advanced. So I like to call it the dance of death, where you have your melee, your blocks, your reactions, your crystal hits, and then you can also pull up your ranged weapons, take out enemies from a distance, and you really need to learn how to use the tools in your arsenal of death to win the battle.
And it's not just the people right in front of you. I know we're taking things off the chain here, the Tyranids, but the chain's integrity in the top right corner. So I'm clearly guessing that if you let that get to zero...
Yes. Mission over for you.
Right.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Were there any other technical developments that really plussed up Space Marine 2, by the way?
So this is our own technology.
Nice.
And when you build this technology for a game, you can make it awesome. We talked about the Swarm. We talked about the AI director. It's crossplay.
No.
Yes.
Ooh, I love that.
So you can beat up your buddies.
I will.
No worries, Jacob. No worries.
I can tell.
It's cool.
Yes, and then the true.
We all gotta relax.
True,
let's watch this, guys.
You can play solo. You can play
man,
PvE,
we're watching
and
Warhammer.
there's a full-fledged
Exactly. Let's just watch
PvP
and enjoy.
mode as well. So it's a
Let's
very
chill,
dense game.
because,
It's
man,
as
this
dense
Warhammer,
as
look
a
at
Space
this.
Marine.
Oh, I love it. So give us some
Gears
more
got
juicy
some
information when we
competition,
actually get our
guys.
hands
Gears
on
got
it.
some
So
competition. They gotta get more
Space
gory
Marine
than this.
2 comes out September 9th. If you pre-order it now, you can play it early. It's right around the corner.
Wow.
We're testing the servers, making sure that the infrastructure can survive the Tyranid horde that's coming. We feel good. The reactions to the gamers here playing it, it's great. We're excited and we want to get it out the door.
Sadness, what's up?
Thank you, Tim.
It sounds like you're super busy. We'll let you get back to work on getting on the horde. Thanks for stopping by.
Run out of time, Tim. Crack on, bud.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, though. I'm definitely playing.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Well, coming up, though, our friends at Xbox Game Studios show us how nations are made in our History Untold. And then we're going to catch up with the team from Obsidian Entertainment to give you guys, an exclusive gameplay presentation direct from the Avowed Theatre here at Gamescom. But first up, it's what First Descendant fans have been looking forward to all year long. It's Invasion's right around the corner, and we also got a look at what you can expect. And we also just learned, by the way, Charlie, that the newest Descendant, Haley's character trailer, will be revealed before the update goes live August 29th, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, have a look at this.
Turn the ship around. We'll put it back.
We managed to fend off our enemy's large-scale attack, but the war is far from over.
Wait, didn't we see this yesterday?
The Colossus still threatens us, and our enemies are
All right,
plotting new
let's
strategies.
take a pause right here.
Can Ingress ever find true peace? Has Corel really given up on the war?
You already saw this
After
yesterday.
Corel's fleet, the Vulgus began moving from deep within the dungeon to raid the Ancestors' facilities in Ingress and reclaim the outpost. Detecting this, Ingress immediately dispatched a scout.
Yeah, because we saw this yesterday, right? We saw that's the new character and everything. Man, First Descent is really putting up the gear on what's it called, on marketing. But yeah, we saw this yesterday.
Ruthlessly eliminated.
Let's see what's going on.
Material sniper rifle. She dominates battles with her ability to drop her body temperature and emit cold air when her emotions run high. When shooting from a distance, her weapons.
Chat, listen. All right, chat. I'm gonna butt in and talk to y'all right now. Hold on. Yo. Let's relax. Let's relax. I see a lot of fighting in here, and this fighting, I don't understand it. Why all this commotion just happened? But we all need to let's take a breather. Let's relax. Let's enjoy the show, because you know what? We're here to enjoy the show. We're not here like to bash Xbox or anything, because okay, I can understand you guys have your feelings about Xbox, everything that's going on. But during this show, let's all relax and watch this, and then after that, you know, you guys want to talk about it, I'll talk about it, no problem. We can sit here and have a good conversation about it with no fighting and anything. All we got to do is relax and let's enjoy this. Because listen, this is great stuff. We just saw Warhammer, and I saw you guys already like getting into a bunch of stuff. I don't understand like why it has to happen now. I mean, we're watching a good show right here. We're watching Dev Talks. I mean, I seriously enjoy Warhammer, and I really want y'all to enjoy the same experience as I'm enjoying it, you know? So, let's leave this for later. You know, if you guys want to talk later, we'll talk later about that. But let's enjoy this show.
After coming in contact with the Iron Heart.
Oh man, listen, I know, you know,
This resonance grants the descendants.
I know the series has its custom power. I know everything that's going on, you know?
Inversion reinforcement is a new growth system that resets at
Oh, Green, listen.
It includes
I'm gonna start warning you right now. Because now I'm gonna start warning you.
survival.
If I'm trying to make the chat relax,
Through the inversion
right?
reinforcement,
And you
descendants
keep on
gain
going with
beneficial
it, this
effects
is the
for
first
progressing
warning.
through seasonal content.
So you gotta chill out, brother. Yeah, because I mean, I'm trying to relax the chat. So you need to relax too, brother. And not continue on with all this stuff, right? So relax, and then later on we'll talk about this. Let everyone who's here enjoy the show, because that's why we're here. We're here to watch the Xbox Gamescom. We're here to have some fun. We're here to see games, because that's the whole purpose of it. Any doubt of anything, man, we'll talk about it later. Just relax, brother. Just relax. Relax. Just chill. Relax, brother. Chill. Just do this. Goose Fraba. Alright? I know you're responding to Jacob. Jacob, you know, we all need to relax today. Come on. Let's relax. I know there's a bunch of things going on with the Xbox out there that people have different opinions about, but we all need to relax, because right now we're watching Gamescom. And then after the show, we'll just talk about it, okay? And like I said, you know, I'm here to talk. I'm here to debate, no problem. So yeah, so let's just chill out. Let's just have some fun. Let's enjoy the show. Then after the show, any dots or anything, and not only that, we're gonna do a show tomorrow because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about that I dug up, which will be interesting to talk about tomorrow. But anyways, after the show, we'll have a good conversation. All right?
If you've prepared a new descendant, ultimate weapon, and inversion growth, it is now time.
Holgreen, everyone right now is in like in a situation right now, and I understand. You know, a lot of people are in feelings, right? I understand that. But like I said, we're watching a showcase. Let's just watch the showcase. Let's enjoy it. You know, don't take it like too personal with anything, all right? So yeah, let's just relax. Let's watch the show, man. Relax, just chill. No worries, just relax. We'll talk later. We'll talk after everything is done. So this is why I took this opportunity to talk and chill, you guys, because we already saw this yesterday. So yeah, let's just chill. Exactly. Let's chill with that for today. Let's chill with that after the show. After the show, we can talk anything you want. But for right now, let's enjoy this. Come on, guys. All right. Now we're gonna have a Val conversation, I think. Yes, they did. Game on Jesse. They showed it at the very beginning. They showed it. It was just talks on the gameplay, the puzzles, and everything. And the puzzles are just going to be a bit more complicated and stuff.
I'm Carrie Patel here at the Avowed booth at
All right,
Gamescom.
let's go. We're talking about Avowed. We'll talk later.
To introduce you to the Dawn Treader quest and dungeon. And in just a moment, you'll get a walkthrough from senior narrative designer Kate Dollarhide, who's also the writer for this quest, and our community support manager, Chris Stanek. Don't forget to wishlist Avowed on Xbox and Steam, and look out for our release on February 18th. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the world of Aora.
Hi, I'm Kate Dollarhide. I'm a narrative designer at Obsidian Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Chris Stanek, the community support manager here at Obsidian Entertainment.
We're so excited to show you Avowed. I'm going to be walking us through the dungeon.
I'm going to be playing the game.
So let's get into it. Let's jump in. All right, so the Envoy finds themselves in a dungeon in the first region of the game called Dawnshore. They're searching for an Adherent expedition team that's gone missing. The expedition team was here looking for a holy relic that is supposedly in the keeping of the Oracle of Aethys, a man named Sargamas. And the expedition team hasn't shown up for the last few days, so let's check in with Sargamas and see if he knows what happened to them.
I'm sure he knew something.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamas, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
So you can see at the top here we have an Arcane Scholar background check. That was selected at character creation. When you play the game, you'll have an option of 5 background checks to choose from. We chose Arcane Scholar because we're playing a wizard and it just felt right. But let's check the lore, tooltips, and conversation review feature.
All right.
Chris, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. All right, so on the left here we have the conversation history feature. This is going to allow us to scroll back through conversations we've already been through.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, check on anything
that's
we might have missed that we wanted to confirm.
Thank you for that. That's great.
And you'll notice here that the words "Once Shining God" have been highlighted. This is our lore tooltip feature. Once Shining God is a reference to the god Aethys, the god of redemption, light, rebirth. He's also Sargamas' god. So here on the left side of the screen,
I forget about things. I forget about past conversations, and that's good because it brings back what I talked about before.
A menu where you can
that
select
is
different
great.
Lore tooltips.
Awesome.
So these tooltips are helpful for us to, you know, deliver lore from the world of Aora to players who are new to the setting or who are returning after a long time away, and just get everyone up to speed without bogging down the dialogue with a lot of exposition. So these are super helpful for us and hopefully for you. Let's back out of that. All right, I'm looking for an expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way?
An expedition?
It's gonna be really
I'm afraid I don't understand.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
Let's select option 2. They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here.
Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
Where do you keep the relic? I might find them there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh, no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
All right, I'll be back before you can say 10 praise Aethyses.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, cousin.
All right, so Sargon has had quite a lot to say there, but essentially, he was saying that he didn't see the expedition team that we're looking for, but if they're looking for the relic, that might be where they are. And it just so happens that he also needs this relic to complete his statue.
That is insane.
It's a beautiful statue.
He worked really, really hard on it.
He has.
Man, I'll be causing commotion with these wands, man. Oh, baby, that's awesome.
It is giving Lego. So...
Wand and the sword, let's go.
You made me lose my train of thought. You're demonic. So, looks like our quest marker is pointing us to an area down below us, but I see that Chris wants to explore a little bit, so let's look at these breakable boards. It's got a sword symbol there. Can we get the sword out?
Yeah.
Leave those
God, oh my God.
They protect my devices.
Oh, I don't think he liked that.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Surely he won't hold it over us later.
Let's leave those alone for now and keep exploring. So, ooh, more breakable boards. Awesome. Let's hop across this chasm.
Yo, that's a sweet jump.
So we have designed about with a lot of vertical space in mind to make use of our parkour system. So it always pays when you're exploring to have a look around and always.
It's got to be open world in Nini. Wow, so much stuff.
Like this chest. Ooh, we've got an accessory and some crafting materials. Open up the inventory screen, take a look at that. So that's going to be Night Mistress's favor. This is going to give us additional essence for standing next to our companions. Essence is what spellcasters cast their spells from. It's our...
Sorry about that. My bad. Sorry.
It's our resource.
It's our spell resource. Yes, it's our spellcasting resource, of course. So, Night Mistress's favor is going to allow us to cast more spells for longer by generating additional essence when we stand next to our friend Kai.
For the devs right now.
So let's look at the character sheet.
To be honest, I'm probably going to buy it just for that reason.
Sheet on the right.
Just to kind of give them
points come up in conversation.
At least something.
We select a number of those
I know what it's like,
creation, and then a few points
rough.
here and there on level up.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at it play, and it's just
the character's because we're playing a wizard. We want that additional essence and that elemental resistance to give us a little more survivability in combat. Now let's turn to our character sheet. You can see that we're level 6. We are close to getting a new level, close enough. We've got our background there. And then our health, essence, stamina, data, all those good stats that you can keep track of over the course of the game. So let's look at abilities. All right, we have put quite a number of points in the wizard ability tree because we're playing as a wizard. The first one we selected was the Wand Mastery passive. This is going to give us the ability to do additional damage with wands. And because we're double wielding wands, that's going to allow us to do a lot of additional damage. And then down below it, we've got the Blood Magic passive. This is a really fun way to play and definitely one of QA's favorites. Blood Magic essentially lets us start casting from our health when we run out of essence. So if we're slinging spells back and forth in combat, we don't have to use an essence potion, we can just start using our health. It's a risky strategy, but it is very powerful. Let's look at Grimoire Mastery. All right, Grimoire Mastery does a number of things. First, it lets us use higher level spells as we upgrade the ability. It also lets us memorize spells from our grimoires. So if you have a grimoire you really like, but you get a new one that's cool and you want to try,
what's God like?
You can spec into some of those spells
okay,
from your previous grimoire and then toss it aside and pick up your new one.
Okay, okay.
Let's look at our active abilities.
Well, in the grimoire, it's all because of the power of reading.
That's right, we do love to read here in Obsidian. Okay, so active abilities, we've got Corrosive Siphon. This pairs very well with Blood Magic. So essentially with Corrosive Siphon, you use this ability on enemies, it steals health from them and returns it to you.
Oh, that's
As
cool.
a Blood Mage, this means that I can cast more spells for longer and I don't have to worry about dying in combat.
We're not going to die.
Never. You've never died while doing this.
I haven't, and I don't plan on it.
Unkillable?
I'm offended that it was even brought up.
I'm sorry. I won't bring it up again. Our other active here is Arcane Veil. This is your classic magical barrier ability. Because we're playing a wizard, we're wearing light armor. We want to be light, we want to be nimble, move around the battlefield quickly, but that also means we're opened up to a lot of additional damage. Arcane Veil is going to help us catch some of that damage and not take it ourselves. And then down here we've got Bristling Frost. This is a spell we learned from our grimoire. Bristling Frost is going to create a ring of frost on the ground at your feet, and it's going to deal accumulated freeze damage to any melee units that come and get up in your business.
They're going to try. They're not going to make it, though.
No, you won't let them.
That's right.
You're just that good.
Well, let's not go crazy, because what's going to happen is I'm going to die so many times just now because of this. It's hubris. This is the curse.
And now that we've said it never happens.
Oh, it's totally going to happen now.
All right, so our quest beacon is sending us through this tunnel full of water, so let's just have a swim as we go look for the expedition team. All right, it looks like we're coming into Sargemus's old workshop. We've got some Audra there attached to some wires, a number of animancy devices around. Yeah, so Audra is central to the universe of Pillars of Eternity, where the people, plants, animals die, their soul leaves their body, flies into the nearest Audra pillar, and then goes deep into the earth to re-enter the cycle of reincarnation.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But can you argue with the results?
No, you're right.
All right, so it looks like we've got a godless sigil here. Excellent, and a essence generator there in the back. So the essence generator is going to unlock that godless sigil, but let's see what's actually being locked here. Top down in the water. All right, it's a gate. Excellent. Ooh, and there's a chest back there. I want to know what's in that chest, but I don't see an easy way into this room.
I can try to ram it.
What?
I'm just going to try to ram it.
Just try to ram it?
Yeah.
Well, that's not working, so let's go back to that top level and see if there's another place we can look.
Get some air? Okay.
Just check this area a little more thoroughly. All right, it looks like there's a breakable wall there with an explosion symbol on it. We're not going to be able to break that down with our swords, so we're going to need grenades. Nice.
I was going to try to ram it again, but I don't think you would have liked if I tried to ram it again.
Here we have an essence generator. This is going to unlock that gate. You can see that it has an electricity symbol on it, so that means we need something with electricity to turn the generator on. For us, that's going to be an electric lily seed, an electricity spell, or if you have a companion with you who uses electricity, you could use their ability too. For us, we're going to need an electric lily seed, so why don't we get that equipped?
I finally feel like I'm on a cooking show where something's pre-cooked. You're like, and here's the chicken.
And here's the switch, yes. You did it. All right, so the generator is running. We've got We've got an accessory and some crafting materials. Let's pop open the inventory and see what we have. Band of Transcendent Suffering. So we're going to deal 10% additional damage, but also take 10% additional damage.
Damn.
It's a little risk, a
I don't
little
want
reward.
that.
I think it's going to be fun. Let's equip it.
I like it.
All right, swimming, back to swimming, following our quest beacon here. It looks like we're coming up on Sargemus's library, an enormous library, which is pretty impressive in the world of Aora, where there is no printing press, so all these books are handwritten. It looks like we also have a number of red dots in our mini-map in the top left corner. That means there's enemies nearby. So, you know, let's deal with these spiders. What do you want to do, Chris?
Oh, I'm going to sneak up on them and
You're
I'm
going to
going to
sneak
get them.
up on them. All right. Nice.
Quick and quiet.
Give me a power attack to that spider. Arcane Veil. Corrosive Siphon.
Yo,
Spread the
that's
love
so
around.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
Spiders
gets,
love the
everybody gets
corrosive
some.
siphon.
All right,
Yeah.
another power attack on that spider. We're building up that stun meter over time. That's going to allow us to do a special attack when the stun meter's full. Looks like Kai's done his companion ability,
Is
and now
that
he's
a boom
taunting that
stick?
spider, drawing
That is a
aggression
double barrel
away from
shotgun.
us,
Let's
which is
go.
Very nice. And now we get that special attack.
Hit it with some electricity.
And a little bit of electricity grenades.
Back off and finish it with the wand.
Awesome.
Easy.
Nice job.
Thank you.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool.
All right, let's keep moving.
That is
Ooh,
awesome.
It looks like we've got a blocker here.
You can
some
switch from
webs in the
sword
way.
to wands and
Thankfully,
everything.
Kai
Just
has
do
an
your
ability
thing.
will
That
let
is
us get right
freaking
past
awesome.
that. Let's use
That is
Kai's
freaking
fire
awesome.
starter ability.
Fire starts up.
And that should burn right away. There we go.
It's always handy to have a useful friend around.
I'm a fire
The guy who can do
starter.
tricks.
Yeah, right.
He always has
Like-
a lighter.
And, you know, I'm walking around, I run into a web, I'm like, there it is. I got to get Kai. Call
He's
him up.
dependable. That's what we
Mhm.
say about Kai. All right, so I don't see
Oh,
any
this
sign of the expedition team, but what I do see are some Zorops and a water beetle. So let's join their party.
Water beetle.
Ooh, it looks like that damage we did to the water beetle is filled up again because he's being healed by the Zorop Elder. So we're gonna need to take out that Elder right away. Yeah, burn him down with Corrosive Siphon.
Get all my health back.
Looking good. Arcane Veil's active. We're healed again. Kai's getting in the mix.
Good.
Oh, we got
Good
Bristling
friend to be.
Frost. Excellent. So we're dealing some accumulated frost
Oh,
damage.
I'm going to get the Zorop up here. Thinks he's cheeky.
Where'd he go?
There he is.
Running away from us.
Did he jump up there? No. Beetle left? Yeah, the beetle's left. The little beetles.
Oh, he's so fast.
He's nimble.
Jesus.
There you go. Nice.
Did it.
All right. Done and dusted. Let's keep moving.
You didn't doubt that I was going to die there, did you? Like,
I thought about it. I thought about it, but I was like, no.
all right.
I trust Chris.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so we are still looking for the expedition team. Let's poke around this area and see if there's anything interesting we can find. I see 2 godless sigils above a locked gate. And there's something in there these ruins don't want us to get to. Thankfully, there's a wire on the left and a wire on the right. I think those are going to go to the essence
The sword is
generators.
disappearing
So
inside
the one
the
on the
door.
left is going below us.
No.
Let's pop down there and see what we can find.
You think this is a beta test?
Yes, there
Aha.
it is. All right, that's one down. Where's the other? Should be close by. It was right off to the right.
This is a fun
there it is in
game.
that gap.
What? Oh,
on the left.
right
on the
there,
left.
right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Got it. Boom.
Nice. All right, with both those sigils activated, the gate is open. We can get our prize from the sarcophagus.
Oh, I like those treasures. When you
Bitter
put them on.
bonding. Let's check that out.
All right.
All right, 10% of weapon damage restored as health. This is going to be super helpful for us
Yes.
as blood mages.
See, there you
so
go.
As we're doing damage, we're going to get
That's
a
a
little
good
bit of
one
health
then. That's a
back.
good rune
That
right
sounds
there.
fun to me. Let's equip it.
The other
Got
one,
it.
10 damage and 10 more from me. Nah, hell no.
Pardon me, Kai?
All right. So I think we're near the relic. We haven't seen the expedition team yet, but we might as well pick up the relic while we're here.
There's the relic.
It's really shiny.
Can't be as easy as just grabbing it.
Ooh. But I don't think the ruins liked us taking that relic. So we've had a bit of an earthquake, and it spawned some skeletons.
Hello, friends.
Hope you're ready for a skeleton fight.
Yeah, always ready for a skeleton fight. What they always say about me.
Christian,
You know,
always
Chris,
ready for a
always
skeleton.
ready for a skeleton fight.
There,
Oh,
Kai's doing
Chris.
some help for us over here. Excellent. I think we've got some rangers on the left. We should deal with them right away. Yeah, they're going to be no fun. Raining arrows down on us. All right, that's one down. Tower attack. Oh, a grenade
nice.
as he jumps. Nice. That was
Like,
stylish.
with the lightning.
Very
Oh, is there one
stylish.
more?
Is there another one?
I'm being sloppy. Where'd he go? There he is.
Oh,
it's this guy.
Really,
That's why.
Oh, it's the fighter.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We got something for him.
All right, so he's got a shield,
That wasn't
which
it.
means we're going to need to break his defense in order to deal damage to him. That's
And
why
then
Chris is using a
Kai's-
power attack here. Chris is gonna use Kai's companion ability to hit that skeleton, and he's toast. Now we've got a mini boss, the Godless Executioner.
Try again, try
Oh,
again.
try again.
Okay. He'll get me one day.
This guy hits hard, and he has a very extensive range, so we
He
want
did-
to
He did get me.
stay.
He did get me a few
We want to
times.
stay out of his reach.
Whoa!
Ooh, it looks like he's being healed. Oh, there's a priest up there. We got to get him right away.
We're gonna get you.
Arcane Veil active. Corrosive Siphon.
Melt you down. No more healing.
Melt down
We're
that
done with
priest.
that.
Excellent. All right, now we can finally do some damage to the Godless Executioner.
There you go. There you go. Get him. There you go.
Good thing we have
Oh,
Arcane
damn.
Veil active. All right, we're building up some nice stun. He's taking frost damage. He's frozen now.
Maybe he should let it go.
All right. Ooh.
Maybe Kai wants to get in on this too.
Kai, give us a hand. Oh, and Kai finishes him off. Thank you, Kai.
Such a good buddy.
Well, we still got a few more skeletons to mop up. All right, hit him with a electric lily.
Oh, no.
We're gonna need to break his defense before we can do
Seriously, this
damage
game,
on him.
this
I
game.
have to stop messing around. One
Oh,
moment.
Chris.
One moment.
There you go.
First
Get that
a
health back.
Oh, it didn't work. I got potions.
All right.
Where
Resorting
are we
to a
at? They're
potion.
over here.
I can't believe it.
I know, it's the first time all day too.
All right, there's the ranger.
This, and
Another
this.
electric lily.
Yes, come into my electric pool of fun. You, sir, I've had it with you. Yes.
Bristling Frost does it again.
Oh,
I need some help.
But the
Thank
ice
you.
is just shiver to pieces.
Thankfully,
And
Kai's
again.
here to give us a hand.
Boom. See?
Awesome.
You were
So we
worried?
built up that stun meter, and now we got to use a special attack. I wasn't worried at all.
Okay. I was a little
I
worried.
was.
I was a little worried. That's
All
everybody.
right, I was a little
Watch him
worried.
die.
Okay, it looks like the fight is through, so we can keep going. Ooh, it looks like that earthquake caused some roots to grow and this area to flood, giving us a new way out of this zone. Our quest has also updated there on the left side of the screen. Now we have a few new objectives. At this point, we have a few options. We can go back to town, Paradise, and look around the Adirian Embassy and see if there's anybody who wants this relic that we've grabbed. Or we can go back to the Oracle and say, hey, I got your relic, and see what he does with it. Or we can continue looking for the Adirian Expedition team, which we still have not found.
Right back, guys.
And it's
One
looking
second.
like one of our quest beacons has turned into an area beacon. It's that little circle inside the larger mini-map circle. That means there's something more to find in this area, so we maybe need to look around. Hey, I see a purple crack in the floor.
There it is. What's that?
Yeah, what's that? Let's crouch down
Sneaky
through this
sneak through
ivy. I bet there's something back here. Ooh, a hole in the floor. Perfect. Kai does not like the vibes. Oh.
This
Looks
doesn't
like
look
it.
good.
No.
Not
Looks
at
like it
all.
might be the Adirian Expedition team.
Oof. This is
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, that's the Expedition Leader's journal. That's too bad.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here? They can't have come the same way we did. We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
Looks like we passed this intellect check, so I want to select this one.
Okay.
They didn't get locked in here on their own. The Oracle put them here.
We're using our big brain. Problem solving.
That's right.
Here's an idea. This temple is full of old animancy equipment. Could he be building a giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right?
Let's go ask him.
You're gonna do the crack?
Try.
Oh, I can't do it either. Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfall.
Alright, I'm back.
Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
So Kai is right to be concerned. He thinks the Oracle might be engaging in animancy, which in the world of Eora is a little dicey. Animancers have a pretty poor reputation, and honestly, in much of the world, animancy is illegal or really frowned upon. Animancers are soul scientists. They use essence, or the stuff that souls are made of, to enact great magical works in the world, but also a lot of tragic stuff. So let's go talk to the Oracle and see what he has to say for himself.
He's got a perfectly reasonable explanation. He seems, you know,
It's gonna be
on the up and
normal.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are things that people do.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys?
I found the bodies of the expedition team in your workshop. Did you kill them?
Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine.
Let's see. It looks like we passed this perception check. You're gonna put their souls in your statue, aren't you?
Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission.
A new what now?
To prosecute the redemption of a god.
How do you expect to redeem Aethys?
Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect?
I do carry it.
We do.
Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
I mean, we could just give it to him and he could go up there and
What
do
do you
it.
think?
We gotta go up there and do it too?
I want to do the cool stuff.
Okay.
Yes, I will put the relic in
All
the
right.
statue. I want to see where this is going to go.
Once you have placed the splinter into the statue.
I'm just saying he could go up there and do it. Like,
he's 600 years old. Give him a break. He's got brittle bones.
All right, all right.
Is that weeds growing out of her head?
All right, guy. This time I'll bring it up there, but next time.
It's your turn.
Yeah, you're gonna fight the skeletons.
All right, let's hop up on the scaffolding. Get the relic in there. Nice.
There we are. Now, to fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever. Just there.
I heard.
And my lord will
All right, let's do
return
it.
to face justice. Any moment. Oh.
Uh-oh.
My god, Aethys.
Uh-oh.
Are you there?
It's a bad guy.
No. It's not working.
What'd you do?
How long was he working on this again?
A few years.
Oof, this is gonna be awkward conversation.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
My lord Aethys has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call.
Huh?
My cousin, will you join my holy work and
My
lend
cousin?
your chime to the cause?
So this chime that Sargemus is talking about is unique to godlikes. Only godlikes have a chime. It's what the gods give them before they're born to mark them as their own. As a godlike of Aethys, Sargemus has a chime given to him by Aethys. As a godlike of an unknown god, we also have a chime. So what he's essentially asking us is, will you give up what makes you special and die for my experiment? And at this point, we have a few options. We can say, sure, Sargemus, I would love to die for your statue.
Why would you want to die?
Or we can try to convince him that actually he should die. As a god like Aethys, Aethys
Exactly.
is probably going to want his
You
chime
die.
and not mine. Or we can attack him.
Right, chat? What would y'all do? Would you rather have him
What
die?
do you want to do? You want to attack him?
I want to attack him.
We've
He's
been
got a glowing sword. I want that sword.
Yes, we've been too nice to him today.
There's nothing to fear.
Attack him, get him, right?
You won't feel a thing.
You don't feel
Give
it.
him
All right,
a
good
moment
luck.
to get settled.
Yo, that's a wicked sword. I would get that sword.
Ooh, he's fast.
He is fast. See, he's just acting like he's old. He's not that old.
Building up some
I
good
will get that
stuff.
sword too, man. The heck with everything,
I'm
man.
out of breath.
Right,
Ooh,
chat?
I'm out of
We
breath.
want that sword.
Sir, please stop.
Kai doing some work.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm
no.
okay.
All right, second
There you
wind
go.
is
Second
activated.
wind.
We're up.
See, still not a
Sorry,
death.
fixing my
Not
socks.
Not a death.
Bristling Frost activated. That should do some
There we
frost
go.
accumulation,
Oh,
Arcane
man.
Veil, and Corrosive Siphon. Nice.
I will take some of the aggro.
Kai's using his companion ability. Now he's drawn the aggression. That's going to be really helpful for us.
Grenade action.
Little power
and
attack, grenade.
Boom. Kai gets that. Oh,
Oh.
perfect. Perfect.
Well done.
He'll put that in.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's loot his body.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. All right, he's got a great sword. Last light of day. Can we equip that, please?
Of course.
Beautiful.
Oh.
All right.
Yes, fire
So that's
sword.
not
Let's
the
go.
end of this quest, but it is the end of our time together. So
Yes,
thank you
I
so
was saying
much
it.
for
Exactly.
looking at Avowed. We were so excited to show this to you, and we hope you play it on February 18th.
See what happens, right?
Thank you so much.
A lot of rain. They come back
Aura
soulless.
History Untold, a 4X grand strategy game spanning the ages, is beautiful to look at, yes,
Oh, now we're
but it's
talking
even more
about
fun to play. Here to walk us through this epic world, please welcome Xbox Game Studios executive producer Matt Turnbull. Matt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, this is going to be a fantastic segment. How are you enjoying Gamescom so far, though?
Gamescom is my favorite event of the year.
Agreed.
Honestly, it brings so much energy to be able to interact with people who love games, who do those things. The booth we have this year is incredible
It's
because we're
so detailed and beautiful over there.
we're finally coming out, right? The game is finally ready. It's coming out September 24th. Have to drop the date in there.
Check.
Yeah, check. Done. But the booth has just been a really fantastic experience. Getting to actually let people play hands-on with the game, experience the game. It's the way it was meant to be played, and just feel like they
Sorry
could
about
become a
that.
leader.
My bad, chat.
100%. Well, we're going to do exactly that now.
Again, I
I
did it
cannot
again.
wait to
Oh
see
my
this
God.
live gameplay demo we're going to do. So I'm going to let you just just kick things off, get us into the game, set the scene, and I'll check in when I'll get a little bit nosy.
Anytime. You're always welcome.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, so as you probably know, Ara History Untold is a historical grand strategy game. It bears a lot of DNA from your classic 4X genre and some of the other genres around, historical grand strategy. This is Xbox's first foray into this genre. It's honestly not a genre that we've truly explored, truly gotten into before. We've made, obviously, with the Age franchise, with RTS, but true, grand strategy, turn-based, is new territory. And luckily, we have this incredible partner, Oxide Games, that has a tremendous amount of experience. People who have worked on almost every great strategy game you've ever heard of or played. And they are such an incredible partner, and we're so excited that we get to help them bring this game to life.
Oh, stunning. Okay, so as usual, our first question when we enter a game is, what are we going to be? Who are we?
Yes, so right now you can see I've got Shaka Zulu here as the head of the Zulu Empire. He has all these different interesting abilities. Cool. We have 10 leaders here at Gamescom. Now, when the game launches, we'll have over 30 leaders available to play from.
Wow.
But we only brought 10 with us to Gamescom this year.
So you can fit in the suitcase. I get it, yeah.
Exactly. Just didn't make room. So right now, I think for today, though, I will play Nefertiti.
Lovely, okay. Why Nefertiti? What's the choice there?
So if you look at her different abilities here, you can see things like farms and their upgrades provide additional food per turn. She gets big bonuses if she's next to rivers, as kind of a reference to the work on the Nile. And then as sort of a person who is very famous for being a royal wife and a queen that pushed the religion of the worship of the A10, the sun. She had this opportunity to
I was sticking to my icebox, buddy.
Religious abilities. So when you found a religion with her, it spreads faster and you're able to move it more. And in those early eras, it can be very, very powerful and a really strong source of prestige, which are the points you need to win the game.
Interesting. Okay, let's crack on with Nefertiti then, and here we go. This is my favorite bit, map building. What do you suggest we go for today?
Well, we've kind of pre-set up a map that we think will be a good show for us. We've got 8 nations on the map. We have average sea level. You can change everything in the game from the temperature, the humidity.
The humidity, wow.
Even the axial tilt. And so this is one of my favorites because when you imagine, the Earth, you know exactly how it's tilted to the sun, right? So pretend that it was like a planet that was more tilted. In that case, the map it would generate would have a much hotter area, a much colder area, a broader cold area, depending. So it generates all of those things based off of that. Now, you get a deterministic seed, which is basically a number that you could put in, and as long as you have the same options, the same seed, it'll generate the same map, which means that if you fall in love with a map, I fall in love with a map, we can share it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, awesome. And what was the size of the map we went on here? Because I know, especially when we call this a grand strategy game and referring to some of the other games you mentioned already, map size and scale and detail is so important. So A, what are we doing today? And B, what options do you have there?
Yeah, so honestly, the game has a number of different map options. At its largest map size, you can fit up to 36 nations on there.
Whoa.
All at once. And thanks to the power of simultaneous turns, which is one of the unique innovations in ARA, the players are able to all take their action within the time term, whatever the time limit is you set in multiplayer, and then a single player as long as you want. And then you submit the turn, and all the actions resolve simultaneously.
And it goes, okay, interesting.
And so you can play with 36 players, and it's totally functional.
Doesn't feel like
it. It wouldn't really work to play 36 players one at a time, time at a time.
Yeah, with a cup of tea, come on, lads,
I would take off for a while, and then come back, and it still wouldn't be my turn.
Absolutely. So what's this exposition that we just got at the beginning of? And also, Act 1 is an interesting thing to read.
Yeah, so in our History Untold, the game is broken into 3 acts. Now, you play the same leader from the very beginning of the game all the way to the modern era. When we say a history untold, what we're talking about is the untold history of this alternate Earth, this alternate life of this alternate ruler. And so you play the same history, you play the same ruler, the same nation. You take them from the beginning of the first agrarian, the first farms, all the way to the modern era, and even a little bit into the singularity age.
Oh, God. Okay, well, let's jump in. I want to see this first bit, and I'm picking up on that singularity bit because that sounds wild.
All right, so one of the first things you probably notice is that ARA has a kind of a different presentation. A lot of these games are inspired by board games, hexes, tiles, and I love those. But with ARA, we really wanted to deliver the player fantasy of being a leader of a real world, the choices you make. And so there are things like organic borders, so where the river goes is where the natural borders are.
Oh, I love that.
And you could do other things like, if you zoom out and look around, sometimes you'll see mountain peaks out in the distance because your people could see those mountains. For right now, though, it looks like we have a nice little temperate forest here, some plains that are lovely. We've got some some grains available, and we can zoom all the way down and see.
Oh my goodness, you get so close.
Yeah, there's some wheat growing over here, and then if I zoom in over here, you can see some rice that I could turn into some rice farms. Over here, it looks like there's some dangerous predators, in this case, some wolves.
Oh, interesting. Okay. What are they? Do they move freely around the map, or would you go to engage them over there?
So you have to hunt them in order to be able to take advantage of this area.
I
and
see,
luckily, in the early areas, I have this scout, which is a unit that can go out and do some great stuff. So I'm going to send my scout there.
Oh, wow. It zoomed.
You can see how with simultaneous turns, they haven't made their full move, but they've indicated where they'll go.
Interesting. Okay.
One of the fun things about simultaneous turns is you can cancel orders at any time.
Oh, wow.
And so the game has the depth and complexity of like a grand strategy game with layer after layer after layer. As you set up all your moves, you'll see what all the impact will be, and then you can go, you know what, actually, I'm going to wind it back.
That's good.
And none of it will go off until you hit end turn. So let's go ahead and get our scout moving and make one other big decision that we make at turn one, which is what to build. So
interesting, yes, because there's decisions are very, very important when it comes to these strategy games, and I'm sure we're going to go through quite a lot of them anyway. But what's this first one that players are going to meet as soon as they start?
Yeah, so the very first thing you have is you have the ability to improve your cities. Now, Ara is a game about people. It's about your citizens. It's about their quality of life, you know, their happiness, their health, their education. And you improve your lands with what we call improvements that can do things like improve their quality of life or provide them with additional housing. So the first thing we're going to build is a farm, and that's going to help us with some initial growth. And
we
also,
have the same strategy here.
Yeah, you got to do it. And
So
especially
good.
with Nefertiti, it's just a great option. And so you can see the little ghostly outline is telling me that that'll show up too. And so when I hit next turn now, you see everything begins. My scout makes their move. You can see the people have begun work on their farm.
Oh, that's so nice.
You know, they're people working away at the
going,
thing.
whistling away. Good stuff.
Yeah, over here I've got my great hearth,
I like
which is sort
RTS
of the
games. I don't
center
know
of
about
our
y'all, but I
power right
love
now,
RTS.
where
Oh,
our
beautiful.
leader lives. Then if I go back over here, I see my scout is over here. Now, I'm going to send my scout to hunt these wolves.
Ooh, okay.
Hunting a predator is about clearing the lands for you to be able to use, and I'm definitely going to want to build farms over here, what with the rivers and Nefertiti's abilities.
100%.
Beyond that, when you hunt animals, you also can end up getting some early resources. And so you can see the little guys going in there, getting ready to hunt the wolves.
Good
the wolves
luck,
running
guys.
away. But the value of this is going to be that I'll send back furs, possibly food, maybe even feasts that could help boost my city's power. So
nice.
the next thing we're going to do is pick a technology.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to let you pick, right?
Oh, Matt. Okay, here we go. I'm sitting straight. Let's hear it.
So we're in the ancient history era. Ara is broken into 12 eras across 3 acts. And so right now we have these very early beginning human technologies of being able to make bows, of being able to ferment food into wines and other beverages, being able to do animal husbandry, understand how to raise animals, turn them into meats. So what are you feeling? What are you aiming for? Knowing what you see around you here with the rivers, the water, but also some of those grains, what feels right?
Oh, I'm concerned you're setting me up that there's a specific choice here. Based on how
many good choices, many options.
Based on how I normally play these types of games, and knowing that as soon as possible I want to start rearing animals at a farm, I've already told you what I want to do here.
I'll call
and eventually going
I'll
into
maybe
more
I got his
scouts
number right here.
and armies and everything like that. I think animal husbandry for me is where I want to go. I'm not too fussed on the pottery. We'll get to nice mugs and plates a bit later, but for now I want cows and I want sheep.
Let's do it. And then we should go and take a look, see if we can find some of those things with our scout here pretty soon.
I will say quickly, though, on that decision, as it's such an important one you make at the beginning, what's a good option for first-time players? Is it animal husbandry? Is that the route you would typically kind of recommend people go for?
Well, honestly, there are a lot of different things you can do. It depends on what your strategy is. You should really pay attention to who your leader is and what their powers are. So if I was playing Shaka Zulu and I was intending to meet my neighbors and go and try and conquer them right away, I might pick archery. But if I was playing as, again, Nefertiti, I might go for grain storage. Because
see, I knew you'd set me up. I went for the wrong one.
Or animal husbandry. Because either of those will involve farms that produce more harvest with her that help, especially if I have rivers near me.
Okay,
you know, but if I was on a coastal island, if I was playing on an archipelago, which I think I pronounced correctly.
I think it was good.
Close enough.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I would maybe go for rope making, which can help you get early boats and those types of things.
Good, nice.
All right, so we still have our scout idol here. We're going to move them out into the wilds.
Yeah, let's expand the territory. We see the fog of war everywhere. You've discovered, what's that just down there with all the little pots and pans?
Oh, yeah. So these are basically the remnants
of
it's not
done. It's going to end later.
Nice.
They contain...
Stonehenge is just there, is it?
Yeah, just an older circle that was made by some nomadic society. And so eventually what will happen is I'll be able to pick those up with my scout. And as I do, we'll be able to discover some things, and those things will possibly help me. So right now, for example, this collected some furs and some statuary. And so now we're going to go ahead and take this stuff. Now, one of the big differentiators for Aura is that it's taken the complexity of a crafting system, but really stretched it out over 12 acts, over the entirety of human history. And so at any given time, you can build these things that you can use as amenities in your cities. For example, because I found some statuary, I can take those old statues, I can put them in my city, and for 10 turns, I'll have additional prosperity. And if I had any improvements, like say a library or more like a museum or something, or an artisan studio making those pots and pans, they would get a bonus as well from this, the being inspired by the beautiful statues. So I'm definitely going to equip that now. And it's gonna, you can see it's going to raise the quality of life of my citizens. And then I'm going to continue to build. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and money talks, right?
It does indeed, Matt.
Yeah. So you can always get more wealth, and if you get more wealth, you can use it a bunch of different ways. One of the ways is you can rush production. I can throw money at the problem.
So you can prioritize things in the heat of battle if something's going on and you need it.
You need it, absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
Now, you might notice these cougars over here. Pumas, bearcats,
Yeah.
all names for the same animal.
It's going to be really from PC
but they are
Game
here.
Pass.
Mountain lions, that's another one.
There's another one, nice.
It's the animal with the most names. I don't know if you know that, but it actually is.
I never thought of it that way.
Weird, but it's true. So I can take them and hunt those, but I'm not gonna because they're a little more dangerous. It'll take me 2 hunts, and I'll be at danger 4, and I could really lose a lot of hunts.
It's PC only.
And like we said, we're gonna go look for some friendly animals. Let's go find some sheep. Let's go find something a little safer.
The thing I've also found quite interesting is you haven't met any other people yet, and you said this is a small map size,
Yeah,
right?
so even on a small map size, there are quite a number of regions. There's a lot to explore.
Pressure or instant sort of heat that someone's right next to you and you're fighting for resources.
Not necessarily.
Is that intentional?
There is a bit of an intention to give people a little bit of space at the beginning, but honestly, you can set the game up in so many ways. There's so many options with map generation. You can make a tiny map where everyone is clustered together. You can create it so there's very little land or only a single continent, all of these different things. So in this one, this is a map style that really benefits that. And if you zoom in here, you can see our farm.
No, that's not the music I
When you
listen to.
build
No, I
improvements
was looking
in
at
Aura,
something in
they
Amazon
sort of
real
expand
quick.
to take
I
the
gotta
space
order
you give
something.
them. So this is a farm that's
Because
been
I gotta
built out
get a
here.
new
You see the
wallet.
little scarecrow.
Let's see how
people
aesthetically it's just set that up. As someone who meticulously
So I
spends
have
a
a
lot
ridge,
of time
right?
in every game making things look nice, it's got
And
little paths, it fits to the
it's
borders, it's lovely.
One of my favorite ways to
Gotten to
honestly
the point
play
where
is
it's
when I'm
just
building a farm. The
gotta
reason I
say
chose this
bye-bye.
region is because I
Hold on,
like
let me check
big
how many
farms. I like
credit
them
cards
stretch out. And I know I'm going to build a farm here with this grain. I want to make sort of an agrarian district along the coast here. So there'll be a bunch of beautiful coastal farms. And then over here will be like my city center. You can kind of play the game almost as a sandbox at the lower difficulty settings and really just build, you know, the nation of your dreams.
And I suppose the most important question is, what's all this worth? What is the end of the game to conquer and wipe everyone off the map, or is it to have the most farms and to have killed the most cougars? I know you mentioned the singularity, but what is that point? What are you trying to do along the way?
It's a totally valid question. It's really good. To win an Aura History Untold, your goal is simply to become the most prestigious nation on the planet. You want to earn the most prestige. You want to be a nation that is known to the ends of time and that everybody will learn about and talk about all the way throughout history. So you can earn prestige many different ways. Everything you do has some form of an impact. For example, right now, most of the prestige I've earned is from the quality of life of my citizens. I've been providing them good goods, I've been farming, making sure they have enough food and everything, and because of that, I've been slowly earning prestige over time. When I was to create a religion, the more my religion spreads, the more I empower the religion by having more powers, which are called verses in the game, which give you new abilities. The more of those that I have, and the more that I can convert other nations to my religion, the more prestige I would gain from that. And you can do it through military, you can do it through commerce, and
I love the idea that there's someone making notes going, I'll give you a point for that. That was a good decision.
Yeah, you can have this prestige.
Yeah,
you can have this. You're a little bit more well known now. One of my favorite things about the prestige system is you can pivot over time. In the first act with Nefertiti, maybe I'll work really hard on spreading my religion, but then maybe in the middle eras, in the early medieval ages or something, I'll rush iron and rush into swordsmen and rush into knights and try to do some conquering. And then as I get into the third act, maybe I'll start producing masterpieces.
Oh, okay.
But you can do all of these things, and then you end up in this stack with the other societies. You can see.
You can constantly see where you're stacking.
Absolutely,
Interesting.
and you can understand how you're earning prestige and where it's coming from, and how you maybe could be doing better. One of the other innovations.
Forgettable.
Very sad.
Oh my! If
Very
I ever find myself there, I think I would cry.
Well. You wouldn't have to cry for long because at the end...
I can boot up a new go and start again.
Always. But also at the end of every act, the forgettable nations are actually culled from the game. It is a unique feature in Aura that allows the game to sort of consolidate the world, make the super. So when you get to the third act in an 8-player game, for example, you'll have 4 players, the superpowers. They'll all be what's left, and everything else will have been kind of forgotten to history. In Act 2, we'll lose 2 nations, and then all of a sudden there will be a rush on all of their incredible findings, all the ruins of their nations, all the stuff that was left behind, and people will be in that kind of age of exploration.
Wow, okay, I love that. So what I want to do now is a little birdie told me that you've actually prepped what an end version. Is it Act 3 we're jumping to? Is it Act 2? Where are we going to be checking out now?
All right, so we're going to go into a Act 3 save that was done where I was playing as Joan of Arc, Jeanne d'Arc.
Nice.
Who is plays as one of the rulers of France in the game. In the game, they can have multiple rulers of different nations. So, you know, with launch, we're launching with Otto von Bismarck to rule Germany, of course, because we're here at Gamescom. But if you buy the deluxe or premium edition, you get the leader pack that brings includes Hildegard von Bingen, who plays completely differently.
You can just watch like the games and everything that was shown instead of watching like the talks and everything. So you're good. There was some good development talks.
Okay, interesting.
There was one other thing to show you, and then we'll jump right
everything, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
We've met a tribe.
And even just spread it off with that
tribes, when you meet these tribes, you find them out in the wild, and they are these small nations. They're named after whatever the region is. They're sort of inspired by real tribes, but there aren't any actual real
we sat here, we've been watching it for like 2 hours straight
and then inspired by real life, actual
2 to 3 hours straight
events in history. So in this case, there was a founding myth, and they attributed it to 2 different things and actually had this fight about what was their founding myth. So we took narrative inspiration about that and created this one where now they're asking you, should you do the Beastborn Prince myth for their society? What do you want to record in the annals of your great society?
Wow, okay.
Or the foreign prince myth? Or do you want to say, no, it wasn't either of those. Actually, it was a giant bird, and you're both wrong, and now you get more religion spread, but then you deteriorate the relationship. Here, this costs stone for you to be able to build out the prince myth and create the statues necessary. In this one, you need timber to be able to do the things in the woods to kind of show off what the myth would be. And in both cases, you get prestige, but it's about what you have to spend.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do? Do you like the Beast Prince myth, the Born Prince myth, or do you want to bring your own?
I'm writing my own book here.
You're doing it.
Tell him to go away. It's fine. I can see it has a detrimental relationship effect, but it's fine. This is my world, and they're living in it.
It is now the Book of Charlieism is written, and
yes.
we have that. And unfortunately, this will mean these tribal warriors might be mad at us. These guys might be a little bit bitter. Is their current diplomatic status?
That's fine. We'll deal with them later. It's all good. Right.
We don't have to deal with them because we're
to the future.
We're going to go to another game. So this is in a bit of a war-torn world. It's in the information age, but some things have fallen behind a little bit because of the amount of war, and now it's kind of settled into sort of a firm Cold War state. But you'll see different prestige for the different rulers, and you'll also see a mix of different layers of industrial, of modern, as well as...
I cannot wait for this.
So you can see right here, there's a farm that's a little bit different, and we'll zoom out.
Whoa! So different. Look at that.
And that is the city of Paris. You can see the old city walls that were built up in medieval times are still there because you wouldn't see those knocked down in real life. You can see different buildings and improvements. If I zoom out further, you see the world's been much more explored. And
absolutely.
You can kind of start to see it from, that airplane view if you were flying over it. Over here, we have one of our great triumphs. Triumphs take up an entire region and build housing around them. This is the amphitheater of El Jem in Tunisia. It is this incredible coliseum that was built by the Romans in the ancient times that provides a lot of different benefits to your society.
It's glowing as well.
Oh yeah, our triumphs, we always throw a little bit of a sheen on them, a little bit of magic.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And then if we move around, you can see there's some horse track there providing some value.
The way, how close you can get down with a camera, I mean,
absolutely.
absolute awe. Oh my goodness me.
This would be what a wheat farm would look like in this era as well. So the different crops also have different appearance as well. This is a stone pit that's currently producing iron.
Nice.
So this is sort of an industrial mine, and you can see the industrial diggers there. And then you can always go into your nested tooltips and say, okay, iron, what do I use iron for? Oh, I know, I use it to craft telescopes or steel. What do I use steel for? I need steel for a lot of things. I'm going to be using that steel to make
a toilet,
metal pots, indoor toiletry, different things that I can use as amenities that I can use to craft other buildings. For example, I need these machine parts to be able to make a large particle collider. Or I would need these machine parts if I wanted to craft the SRS 8000, which is one of the world's largest excavators that was ever built.
I want one of them, please.
Yeah, just one of those.
God, there's just no point where you're not informed of the decisions you're making, and you can really take time with it because as soon as you're done, absolutely, and you can delete the bits and pieces along the way and make it good.
Yeah, and you can see the borders here with the German state where we had originally had some wars. You can see the city of RJ still has some military units in there. It also has some interesting things. There's a triumph here. I think we have the Statue of Liberty. We have a lighthouse there,
nice.
leading our ships into shore. There's just a lot going on everywhere you look.
There
you can
really
zoom in and
is.
see. And now, it looks complex because it is. This is a core game for core gamers, for strategy gamers. It's a love letter to them. But we've tried to create a lot of things like those nested tooltips, and of course the Encarta, we brought it back, that show you all of the different ways to play,
amazing.
all the different supplies in the game, the people you can find, everything else. So.
Oh, that's so good. And it feels like a juxtaposition to say it, looking at the screen we're looking at here, but this demo only shows a small fraction of the game, right?
We have barely touched upon
Are there
it.
any other elements that you want to very briefly talk about now before everyone dives in?
I'll just show you this little airplane.
Yeah, okay. There it is.
As the world continues, as it grows, there are
Yeah.
all those details. You remember those wolves we saw in the ancient era? Now it's replaced by ATVs and airplanes and hot
The
air
natural
balloons.
evolution of a wolf
Exactly.
to an aeroplane.
Yeah, that's how they grew, I think. And
It
then,
is, yeah.
And then dinosaurs came after that, right? It was
Yeah, that's
wolf,
it, yeah.
airplane, and then Tyranids.
And Tyranids, yes.
I love those whittle Tyranids.
Oh, amazing. Matt, I can't thank you enough. This game is firmly on my download queue. I cannot wait to check it out, and I love that you've come here to talk to me about it. Have you had a nice time?
I've had an incredible time
Yeah.
talking with you. I love talking with people who love this
All right,
genre,
time to
and
move
I've
on,
had
right,
so much
chat?
of an opportunity to do that at Gamescom. I'm going to continue to do it all through the weekend. I'm going to be in the booth and talking to all the fans and the players, and I can't wait for it to come out on September 24th. You can pre-order it now. You can wishlist it. It's day one in PC Game Pass, of course.
Amazing. Another check. Good job. Thank you, Matt. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much once again. You can get your hands, just as he said, on September 24th on PC Game Pass. But we're nearly ready to wrap things up. I'm going to show you one more trailer from the show. It's a sequel of epic side-scrolling proportions. This is Tales of Iron 2.
All right, I think this is the last trailer then.
Our world was not ready for their cruelty, their barbarity. An ancient evil from a forgotten time, a forgotten place. The winged devils. They feast without fill, kill without reason, and will not stop until the world burns in blood. Fight fire with fire, they say, but one rat can brave the blaze.
Damn.
Wield the flame.
Damn.
With a bloodlust even greater than their own.
Oh shit. Oh, what?
Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter.
That's a good one.
Oh, just so many great interviews on this stage the last 3 days. We've just had a blast, haven't we?
It's been so good, Bex. And remember, with Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass for PC, you can get new games on day one like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th, play some of the biggest games of the year, and unlock partner benefits from Riot Games and EA Play. If you are not already a Game Pass member, join now and get your first month of PC Game Pass for $1 or €1. This offer is not going to last long, though, so you need to act now.
So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Und
Hey,
auf
this-
Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
Today they ended it early. Wow, they ended it early today. All right, good stuff. Wait, is this streaming? Oh, wait, give me 1 second, guys. All right, we're done. Wow, 3 days. It's been amazing. Earth Dog Man, what's up, Earth Dog? How are you, brother? How are you, brother, man? Hope everything's awesome for you. Well, let's pause this. Let's jump into. Let me get myself on scene. We're finally done with Gamescom. This is day 3. Man, let me tell y'all something. It's been, what, 3 incredible days of just games nonstop. I mean, I'm super happy with everything they have showed and everything that is going to come. And man, oh man, Gamescom has been great, man. It's been great. Lots of things, you know, we got to sit down, analyze, talk about for the rest of the year. It's awesome. It's awesome. Man, I'm happy with Gamescom. Chat, how do you all feel about Gamescom, man? We're finally done. We're finally over. You know, time to bring in some conversations, right? Yes, sir. Oh, I'm doing fine, man. I'm feeling sexy. I have lost weight. I mean, this shirt used to be like stuck on my fat body, but now it's bigger on my body. So yes, I'm losing weight. I'm feeling good, you know. I'm feeling happy. I mean, I'm feeling great, brother. I'm feeling great. I'm just super happy today, you know. I'm super happy. Woke up this morning. It's like, oh man, you know, saying this is the last day for Gamescom, you know, just to sit here with the chat. Ah, man, great stuff, great stuff. Super happy with all the showcases. It was okay. What was okay about it? I mean, it was great, man. There was a lot of interviews over in bed. There was a lot of good interviews. Lots of good games were shown. I mean, we got Kill Night that's coming out soon. That's only for $15. I mean, damn. Kill Night, that's one of the games I was like, whoa, Redacted was awesome too. We saw some... Gotta go, mate. looking fire. Thank you, Hertog. Thank you for stopping by, man. It's always fun seeing you, man. It's always fun. Hertog, we didn't get Scalebound. I miss Scalebound, don't you, Hertog? But yeah, but it was great. I mean, I actually enjoyed it. Like, for example, the first day I gave it a name. The second day was I'll give it. I'm between C+ and a B- on the second day. And today, with everything we saw, man, it was just great. It was just great. For this one today, I'll give it a B+. You know, I like the first day better because you got the whole accessibility thing that was shown and everything. That was pretty cool. Yeah, showcase fatigue. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you. I had that fatigue too, man. I had that fatigue too. Oh, good game on losing weight. Oh, okay. I thought it was GG. Gotta go. Okay. But man, Hertog, we were waiting for Scalebound to pop up, right? Hertog, Scalebound. Remember that? Indigo in the PlayStation has made me announce to you all I'm leaving and selling everything Xbox I own. Really, 4K? Seriously, you're into that? I'm repping the Wuya. Oh man, 4K, that was me, man. Oh man, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? That's a good one. Bring it to PS5. Yes, bring it to PS5, right? Right, Hertog, bring it to PS5. But the question is though, Hertog, right? The question is, should we let that development studio, you know, make that game? Because man, oh man, I mean, the last game they released was Babylon Fall, and that really did fall way down. I mean, Babylon went low. Let me take this off. What I should be wearing. I mean, I'm doing the showcase, but Babylon went way low from that studio, man. I mean, it like a year. I think it was even after close to a year, they even closed down the game studio. I mean, they closed down the game. Just didn't want to. No. It's crazy. And let me say something, right? Let me say something about the whole thing that's been going on with the whole console situation. Right? I've seen a lot of people go into feelings with this. Like, man, oh man, you know, why they're doing us? We're the fans. They're hurting us. They're killing us. What's happening out here? Listen. I know that for years, 4 years, we've been going on about a console war. It began with Power in 2014. Then it started with the exclusives in 2017, 2018, once the Xbox One X came out because it became a powerful console. Then it started with the exclusive conversations, right? Okay. So, I know that a lot of us want to go in there and say, hey, you know, we got this, you ain't got shit. We're good here. I mean, your shit sucks. I know. We want to do that. We want to get that pleasure of doing that. But here's what y'all not seeing. Let me bring this to light. I want to bring this to light to y'all and what you're not seeing. And what I'm bringing to light is that for years after they started talking about the Xbox exclusive stuff, right? I've heard this one term a lot of times over there about the Xbox games that were releasing. They were all saying, "Oh no, Xbox sucks. Xbox games sucks. Rinse and repeat. Lots of this stuff, all this stuff. I mean, Xbox doesn't have any games. Xbox ain't got shit. And each game it released, it was a bad game." I've heard that so many, I'm telling you, many freaking times. But the funny thing is, chat, Xbox has decided to do a term, right? And said, okay, let's start putting our games over there, right? So you're saying that they don't please the fans. Now I want to talk to you as a human being, and not as a fanboy, right? I want to talk to you as a human being, right? The world sucks right now. The world sucks right now. Right now, money is scarce, and even though money is scarce, you're sitting there and saying, okay, let me go out and pay $70 for a game. That right now, for example, they gave us these consoles that were supposed to be 4K 60 native. I mean, we're still on the talks about performance. We're still on the talks about quality when these games are supposed to be 4K 60 on the dot. That's how they're supposed to be. And we're out here, paying $70 games for games that are 2K 60, 1080K 60, or even for Wukong that drop, 40, they drop down to 720. Final Fantasy 16 release, it wasn't even 2K or nothing. It was dropping down to 722. I mean, we're buying games with development issues, right? Okay. So we're stuck in an area with that. And like I said, money is scarce, and for you to give $70 for a game, expecting to be the quality high, it's a tough situation. But now here comes the other part of things, right? Here comes the other part of things. I get you, Hook Rain, but I know what you're saying, but I'll come clear with that one. Now here comes with the things, right? So we got Game Pass. And for Game Pass, for me, it's been giving me something, for me to be attracted to the console. And I keep telling people, you guys are insane if you do not look at what Xbox is offering you. Because the thing is, guys, and this is something that's true, right? It's something that's true, right? If I play Call of Duty on my Xbox, and you play Call of Duty on PS5, can you tell me what's the difference between Call of Duty on Xbox and Call of Duty on PS5? Let's say, okay, there's probably a little bit more shadows over here, just shadows, all right? Just a little bit of shadows, or there's a light that turns on over here and on PS5 doesn't turn on, or maybe on the PS5 there's more shadows and the Xbox doesn't turn on. But if I hit forward on that joystick, on Call of Duty on the Xbox, and if I hit forward on the PS5 on Call of Duty, we're hitting forward in the same damn game. That's how I'm seeing it. We're hitting forward in the same damn game. Now, here's the difference, right? Now, I'm going to come with a difference. With the money, how scarce it is, over here, what am I doing? I'm paying $20 for a month of Game Pass, right? Paying $20 for a month of Game Pass. And over here, I got to pay $70. That's 50 extra bucks that I could save. And those 50 extra bucks I could save to whatever game I want to buy. That's the truth. Whatever game I want to buy. But whole grain, the thing is with the messaging, right? Because I understand something. We are all asking too much for Phil, right? We're asking too much for Phil, right? We are asking too much for Phil. Phil is doing what he has to do in order to keep the company, the Xbox alive. And one of the things that is keeping us alive is, okay, we're going to put our games over here. Let's put it out everywhere. Because here's the thing, though. This company came from having exclusives to now becoming a big publisher. And as a big publisher, why in the hell am I not going to do something to gain the money I need to keep on making games, to keep on making all these great games that could drop in the service for us to play? And I get your guys' points about the console, right? They don't promote the console, they don't do that much of things on console, because I gotta tell you this though, and I always complain about this, Xbox has a serious problem with marketing. They do. They got a serious problem with marketing 100%, because with all this happening, I cross my fingers, and seriously, I keep on saying it, they have to do a better marketing. They have to seriously do a better marketing. If they don't start doing that to attract the people to go buy their consoles, to come into the platform, to do all this stuff, right? I mean, they got to do something like that. And once they start doing that, you know, we won't be out here dooming and glooming all about it. It's the marketing's problem. Because I'm here with you guys in chat, and I'm explaining it to you, but I'm just a voice. I'm just here sitting with you, explaining to you how I see this console. How do I see it, right? How am I enjoying it? I'm just a voice out here. I'm just a voice. Now, if I was like a huge voice, like for example, if I was like who can I say as an example? Let's say I can be, if I was like The Rock, right? The Rock, you know, or something like that, or Henry Cavill, you know, then I would have a bigger ass voice than the one I have. And that's the truth. Then right then and there, you know, people will say, oh man, Henry says this, you know, the Xbox console, you know, then people will actually take a look at that, because that will actually promote the actual console. But the thing is, though, if Xbox doesn't promote this console, if they don't do that, and that's something I keep complaining about Microsoft, they got to promote this thing. They got to move. They got to move this console, because at the end of the day, though, with the situation with money, the games we're getting on here, I mean, like I said, we're paying 20 over here, they're paying 70 over there. That's $50 a difference, right? I mean, shit. I don't understand, why don't they capitalize on that marketing? I don't get it. And that's one of the reasons I was happy with this article. There was an article that came out explaining all that stuff. That was an article that came out explaining all that stuff. About the marketing, that didn't get enough money, that they wish they got the money, you know, the funds to, you know, to market, because PlayStation has got the marketing handed down to them, which is great, right? For PlayStation side, because that's why PlayStation's, you know, sell, because of the marketing, right? So Xbox has got to do something to attract the players to come over here. Now they have Call of Duty, right? They have Call of Duty, they have Activision Blizz. Let's see how it goes. That's why I said I cross fingers, pray to the gods, they actually do something important about the marketing and start to push things over. They have to do something. If not, we're just going to be out here, you know. I mean, I'm going to still talk Xbox, because I love my Xbox, right? I am not going to leave Xbox. I'm not going to say I'm out and done. Oh, I'm mad about the whole, because listen, if I go into fan talk, right? Because if I go to fan talk, like as a fanboy or something, then shit, of course, I'll be mad. But at the end of the day, as a human, I need to understand how business works and how business goes. And seriously, this is a business. This is not, because we all saw like it was only like a video game thing. No, this is a business. In order for them to survive, they got to change a lot of strategy. I mean, look, right? And I'm being honest with you about this, right? Growth on console has been paused. I mean, it hasn't been the same as it was before. The other day, I talked to y'all like in history. All the generations that went by, right? All the generations went by. How many times have we seen one console go to 150 million? Just one. That was the PS2. Right? PS2 was one of those consoles that went to 150 million. But after that one, how many generations had to go by in order for us to get back to 150 million? You had the PS3 generation, you had the PS4 generation. It took 2 generations to finally get one console up to 150 million to surpass that lifetime achievement that PS2 had, and that is now the Nintendo Switch. So if you guys don't understand how console growth has not been as big, because for example, if console growth was Xbox is selling 300 million, PlayStation is selling 300 million, Nintendo is selling 400 million, then I tell you there is something to grow on there. So these console wars, right, have taken to a change, and we're now leading up to the software wars. That's what we're going to lead to. Because you know why we're going to lead to that? And I'll explain that on tomorrow's show when we talk about it. Because right now, we are going to start that software war out there. You guys don't believe me? It's going to happen sooner or later. It's all going to be about software. Software, services, content is going to be all about that. Same thing that happened with the movies, right? Because Netflix has a war against Disney. Disney has a war against Netflix. Paramount Plus has a war. Well, Paramount Plus kind of lost that because everything that happened. But all these services that put movies on there are at war with each other. That's why I'm saying we're moving up to the software wars now. And that's what's going to happen because console wars, like I said, have not seen the growth all these companies were expecting to bank on. They haven't. Like I said, if Xbox was selling 300 million consoles, if PlayStation was selling 300 million consoles, if Nintendo was selling 300 or 400 million consoles, you will not see, like for example, on Xbox and PlayStation, to open up their software elsewhere. You will not see that. You will not see that. Because, look, right? These companies need to make the money. This is why PlayStation in 2019 decided to do a change of shift. For all these years, we believed that the exclusives were the best thing until the ABK deal happened when Jim Ryan came on stage and said this right away. He said, hey, listen, what funds their games is Call of Duty. I will say, wait a minute, but what are you trying to tell me? Your exclusives aren't that great? Because, I mean, if Call of Duty funds your exclusives for you to make those games, I thought your exclusives were funding themselves to make your great games. But wait, it was just Call of Duty? Jesus Christ. I mean, that literally explained everything to me. So like I said, when I sit down and I cool my horses and I think about how things are changing, the thing is, we're not going to be happy about it. We're not. Because we want to be one of those guys to go out there and say, damn it, I got this, you ain't got shit. Your system sucks. We want to do that because we want to get revenge for all the bully we got from the other side, right? We want to get that little revenge. But let me tell you something, guys. We are getting a little revenge because those guys went out there and said, oh, like for example, Indiana Jones has said, oh, it causes motion sickness, it causes so much stuff. Now what they're doing, they're buying it. So I got a question. Who's looking bad out here? Is it us, the Xbox guys, or is it you guys? When you guys said Xbox does not have any games, yet you guys are buying it. You guys trolled a lot Sea of Thieves too. There was a lot of them that trolled Sea of Thieves, yet they bought them. And you all said Xbox games suck, but you're buying them. So what's happening over there? They're buying them, and they're funding the Xbox division to make us more games. I mean, how many people out there on Twitter saying, do not buy Call of Duty. Don't get it because it's on Xbox. Don't buy it. We're seeing that too, which is hilarious. Hogan Brazil says, I'm glad you're an autistic man. I really am. My issue is the messaging. Phil sucks at talking and says one thing and it's another. That's my issue. I understand how great that's an issue. But the thing is, this is a company, man. You got to understand what company does. Sometimes things change along the way. I mean, like I said, as a fanboy, I wish it was all exclusives. I wish it was all this. So I can go out there and throw some stuff, throw some slanders, just to go out there and troll. But me inside, though, I know things are changing. Things are changing. I know there's a lot of things that are changing in the gaming industry. There is a lot of changing coming up. There is. I mean, like I said, if PS5 was really successful with its exclusives, they wouldn't have opened to PlayStation and not even sent it to. They haven't even sent it to Nintendo. They opened a PC now to Nintendo, which those are two platforms that compete against them. That's what they do. They can't wait to pay full price and wonder when the games are coming. It's funny because they like Xbox games, even though they say they don't. See, FOMO. We'll get old. We will get old to some of these folks. That's true. Xbox doing shitty, mate. They do it themselves. They have most powerful console, shitload of studios, tons of IPs, and they don't market it in Europe. How will you sell them? Yes, her talk. I mean, that's the whole point about the marketing. They need to fix that damn marketing. That's my biggest complaint in Xbox. If they fix that, things will change. So let's see what happens out there. And let's pray to the gods, pray to everything we want to pray to, and see if they actually sit down with Activision Blizzard and let the marketing do its thing. We need that. We need that. I keep on saying that. We do need that. Crazy to see 720. Yes, 100% is crazy. I am a serious guy. I'm a serious guy. I am a serious guy. No, the thing is, I had to get serious right there, Hurt Talk, because listen, Hurt Talk, right? I had to get serious because, all jokes aside and everything, when it comes down to this, like this situation, because I see a lot of people with feelings, right? And I gotta calm down with those feelings because I want them to understand what's happening right now, right? I mean, what's going on. And I really had to get serious about this. I mean, at the end of the day, though, I know things are changing, and there's gonna be a lot of changes coming. There's gonna be a lot of changes not only on Xbox. There has been some changes in PlayStation. Now the media doesn't talk about it. They won't, because all they do is focus on Xbox. I mean, if Phil farts, and it comes to the microphone while he's doing a chat, while he's talking to somebody in an interview. I mean, literally, you'll see media. Well, Phil, this is disgusting. He farted on the microphone. That guy's nasty. You'll see all that conversation out there right away. And you don't know if Phil had a bad tummy and let one rip. That's what media does. Everything bad is on Xbox. Everything bad. Look at this. Check this out. I got one for you today. Avowed is 30 FPS. Avowed 30 FPS. Monster Hunter, they're talking about it's going to be 30 FPS too. What are the complaints of Monster Hunter being for 30 FPS? No, but let's focus on Xbox. Now we got to be mad at Xbox. Now we got to do this instead of going out there and saying the truth. This is not a great generation for gaming because the devs have not hit the dots where they got to hit it. And that's the truth. They don't hit it. Sea of Thieves sold 1 million. Yes, and I saw that Wukong sold 10 million. Mandar Martin, yes, I do not hear promoting. Let me see what else is out here. Louis, PlayStation focus on exclusive a lot. Yes, they do, because PlayStation has got a good marketing and they want to push that out there. And that's something I keep on saying. If Xbox doesn't do their marketing, what are we going to do? I mean, like I said, I'm just a voice out here. They got to work on the damn marketing. Jeff is like Jesus. He came to cure PS fanboys from motion sickness by saying, Sea of Thieves sold 1 million. That's a good thing. Mandar Martin, I do not... yes, I do. They're not promoting the one they got now. Louis, Sea of Thieves is not the same game they launched on the Xbox. You steady glossy over that fact. Did I say it was the way it launched? I never mentioned that. I never said nothing like that. I don't know why you're sticking to that. But Phil Bosch, right? Sea of Thieves, right? Before it went to PlayStation, it was already hitting 35 million people playing that game. 35 million, 20. It was going up the numbers. It was a great game, and a lot of PS fans wanted that game. And not only that, it's pretty much a service game because they just keep on pumping content into it. So of course it's going to grow if we put good content into it. Of course it's going to grow. Now it reached PlayStation, and there's 1 million players playing it, which I'm really happy about. And what I'm telling you is that it's not because what I'm telling you is that, Phil, still to this day, I hear a lot of fanboys talking about Sea of Thieves, right? I'm telling you, some fanboys were talking about Sea of Thieves saying, oh, it's a bad game. That game sucks. Until it released on PS5, now they became quiet about it. Conquer versus Sea of Thieves on PS5. Dear Lord, that's a good comparison. I read something that Phil Bosch posted out here. Eleni says, Louis, the software war won't happen for another 10 years plus now. I think they will be at PS6. Right now, they need to go where the IPs you want to be available for you. What they need to do is, Eleni, they got to promote that Game Pass and that Xbox all together and tell you guys, if you game here, because, I mean, look, it's the truth. I even have a marketing thing for it. Xbox Game Pass, where you pay less to play more. That's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, with Xbox Game Pass, you pay less and you play a lot more games. I mean, like I said, each and every month you get new games on there, and that's why now we have a huge backlog. We do. Let's see now. I read something that Phil Bosch said earlier. I think it went away. Because seriously, I just went down the chat. Let me go up. Let me see. Phil Bosch says, did you it sold 10 million copies in 3 days, and you Xbox console players can play it. It is what it is. It is. You can hate all you want. Those are the facts. Now, Phil Bosch, I sat down and I dug up some information. And tomorrow we will talk about Wukong, 10 million players, and get ready for it. Get ready for it. This is why I'm telling you we're heading to the console wars, and this is why this conversation is going to happen tomorrow. Herzog says Xbox has forced PC crossplay. PS5 doesn't, mate. You can play at PS5 without PC cheaters. That's Xbox Studio Games. What does FFS mean? For fuck's sake. Yep. But here's the thing, though, Herzog. Crossplay has its pros and its cons. Because, like, for example, a lot of people have shifted to PC. A lot of people, have decided, to go out there and get a PC, right? Like, for example, I read a comment out here on Twitter, right? Because that's the thing I don't understand. Why these comments, right? I mean, okay. I mean, you need to sit down. You need to learn how the business works. And that's why I'm here, right? I mean, I'm one of those guys that go out here and try to explain to you, right? But, like I said, a lot of people have shifted up to PC, right? And it's good to have crossplay because if you want to play with a friend, okay, he's on PC, let's go play the game, let's go play together. If he's on PS5, okay, hey buddy, let's go play. And they only have that console or that PC, or that's it. We just go out there and play. And that's the pro about crossplay. Now the con is, shit, you got all the cheaters out there, which is insane, and that's something they got to work on and stop making them cheat. But what can we do, man? Cheating is everywhere. Jim Ryan said that console players weren't enough. They were the console leader with a significant lead. Xbox fans should have recognized we weren't enough either. Xbox had to change. The thing is, right, the money is not in consoles anymore, guys. It's just not. It's just not. I mean, we're still stuck in the old console war era thing, and it's just not there anymore. Now it's going into software, right? Because that's where the money is being made. I mean, I even posted a picture several. I don't know if I showed you guys that picture about how Xbox, is on top of games and services, right? They're on top of PS5 with games and services, which is beautiful, right? I mean, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that money, and that's what makes the money. And that's what made PlayStation the money in this past quarter with their console revenue down 44%, which is insane. Let me see. I would only recommend Game Pass to people who actually beat more than 3 games a year. Yeah, that's another one. In order not to die. True that. Wukong is coming to Xbox. How is it a win for the PS5 fanboys? The thing is, right? It's all media talk, right? Because even the devs said this wasn't like a exclusive thing to Sony. They even said that, right? And there was like a lot of mixed messaging between this game and everything. But for what it came out, for what I noticed though, it's been pretty much like in a development hell. Not like development hell, like saying like, oh yeah, they went through hell to release this game and all this stuff. But what I mean by development hell, the way it released is like with the troubles it's been. I mean, on the PS5, which I was scratching my head, I was like, wait a minute. Why is it dropping down to 720? What's going on over here? What's happened to this game? And they really had a lot of issues with optimizations. They had really a lot of issues with optimizations, and also with the PC, right? And it sold 10 million, but like I said, I will talk about that tomorrow because that's going to be a good conversation for us to talk about tomorrow. And I like I said, I went digging. I did some digging, but no, it's not a Sony exclusive. But it's like I said, it's all about a lot of mixed messaging between the media trying to say, oh yeah, this is kind of, because I love the titles. This is kind of a PS5 exclusive, but a timed exclusive, but this is the reason why, right? But they don't tell you in the beginning, it's not a PS5 exclusive or nothing. They just like to add just to make people think that this is an actual PS5 exclusive. But that's how it is. I'm interested for the rat game, but I didn't start it, the whole thing. Not to mention Wukong is also reported as bad as on PS5. They don't really get a win for it. No, they don't have a marketing problem. They sold close to 30 million consoles already. Now the market will be interested if Xbox knows what it does. Yeah, I mean, look, Google poll. Yeah, they do have a marketing problem. With the Game Pass, they should be marketing everywhere. I mean, I should be going on the streets and seeing a big-ass sign, Xbox Game Pass and all this stuff, and Xbox should be just rolling things out. Like, for example, for this Gamescom, I was really amazed. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. How they paste the what's it called, the Rev 8 trailer, right? That was pretty cool. They actually made me want to go buy an actual Rev 8 and drive it. Like, seriously, if they actually saw that, you know, shit. I want to go get a Rev 8. I mean, that marketing was pretty funny. That was some cool stuff. And yeah, I mean, they're getting better at it. I just want them to get way more better at that. $9 time exclusive is time exclusive. The same with Baldur's Gate. Yep. I mean, remember with the Baldur's Gate, like, yeah, this is exclusive. And then we found out there was a problem with the Series S. That's why it didn't release. And then, you know, everyone's like, oh. Same thing is happening over here. I mean, the dev just released the game in the state it was. Now they sold 10 million. And I'll tell you the reason why tomorrow. But they sold 10 million copies, right? But like I said, I did some digging with that. So it's badly optimized. That's why they couldn't just get on the Xbox. But let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen on the way. I know that game is coming for Xbox because we knew from the beginning of time that game was going to be on the Xbox. It's not like we didn't know. We know it was going to be on the Xbox, but they had an optimization problem, and now we see why. Now we see why, because even on the PS5, it has a bad optimization problem. Louis, you market Xbox better than Xbox themselves. That's the problem. See, I know that's the problem, man. I'm 100% with you, Hertog. 100% with you. I mean, look, you can put your games out there elsewhere, right? We understand that, but you have Game Pass over here. Market the damn sucker with the damn console. Do something about it. You know, I get pretty agitated with that stuff, you know? Louis, you heard a rumor that after the next Xbox console, they said Xbox might leave console market. What do you believe? I've explained this to chat before. I had a conversation with a guy who used to work on Sony, right? And you know what? I'm going to tell him if he can come to the channel one day, just to talk to him. So he can talk like everything about how when he was working during the time of PlayStation, but during the PlayStation 4 era, he explained to me that they went to do the PlayStation Now. And they started to put it on TVs. They started to do a bunch of stuff with the PlayStation Now, right? PlayStation was basically focused on the PlayStation Now for a while. But that was really just taking money, a lot of money out of their pockets because PlayStation Now didn't grow as fast as they wanted it to be. So, they were actually thinking about leaving the console market. Can you guys believe that? We're actually thinking about that. We're actually saying, okay, you know, we got to exit. We just got to focus on services. Because at the end of the day, that's where the money's being made. That's what he told me. If you guys don't believe me, like I said, I'm one day going to invite him to the channel and he can explain to you all that. And yes, he did work for Sony for a while. He did. That's why he came and told me this. And I was like, oh, really? I did not know that. So this is why this whole service thing is on the go. Because now, I mean, look what we're doing now. All we're doing is we're talking more about services than ever. Because now we have Game Pass in our mouths. More than the whole console worth it. Now we're watching every month what Game Pass puts on there. We're watching every month what PlayStation Plus puts on there. That's what we're doing right now. We're watching that more than the sales and all that stuff. Once the sales come around, you're like, yeah, PlayStation sold 60 million consoles. Yes, PlayStation sold 80 million consoles. Yeah, we cheered that for like a couple minutes. But after that, it's all, okay, what's Plus giving me? What's Game Pass coming with? Let's see what happens over here. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what's going on over here. That's what we're looking at nowadays. That's the truth. Should go full Game Pass and let Steam be our library. The issue is console as a business are not enough alone to matter in being a valuable business for gaming. If it was you, you would see somebody else in this market. Yep. I mean, okay, I'm going to give you a spoiler, right? I'm going to give you a heads up with this. Tomorrow, I'm just going to keep it to tomorrow. Just wait for the title tomorrow, and it'll be interesting. Because we're going to have a lot of conversation tomorrow about some facts that I went digging. The issue, let me see, Reichi Wukong is in time exclusive. It's being delayed on Xbox because it's not up to their standards. That's true. The 360 did 85 million. The 30 million these days, including me, are the fans that stayed. Yep. Now we got to bring in the casual players over here. And how does that do that? How does Xbox do that? It's by showing what's on Game Pass. It's by promoting the Game Pass with the console on it and doing what it can just to bring those people over here to the community. Wukong PS5 Digital Foundry video is hilarious. I'm gonna watch it again. Dolomite, We all know that it's coming to Xbox. I want to know when. You see, that's the point, though. You guys want to take a fit on that, right, Phil? You guys want to take a fit on that, like saying the when situation, right? But Phil, now I'm gonna become an Xbox fan and attack you with this one. How would you rather play the game? Would you rather play it the way it is meant to be built, or you rather play it in 720? By the time it comes to Xbox, it's gonna be way better than how it looks on the PS5 now. So yeah, now I'm just trolling you with this, right? But it's an actual fact. So when it comes to Xbox, I'd rather it come nice and clean for me to go spend that $60 on that game. That's the price of the game, 60 or 70, I don't remember. That's gonna be a good. Right then and there, be like, yes, take my 60 because this game is working fine. The game is on PlayStation, on an Xbox. This is what people see. You go to Walmart, Wukong's a PS5, but on Xbox, this is reality. Yep. Google, Apple, and Amazon, even Tencent, none of them go into console because it's not good for business. Google Poll. You actually touched the subject I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow. But of who? I ain't telling you till tomorrow. Just wait till tomorrow's show because it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I gather up some facts. Can't deny the videos. Sony, MS know this. Yep, they do. Read up what the concurrent of PS said. How much shit they had to go through with the PS5, and the profit sucks. Oh dear Lord. Not true, Phil Bosch. I'm sorry, they're not losing money. Not true, Phil Bosch. They're making a shit ton of money. That's not true. That's not true. Sorry, Phil Bosch. I'm not agreeing with you there. They're not losing any money. Did your founding video is so good. Okay, Phil, do you believe after the next Xbox console they will leave the gaming market? I don't think they will believe it. I don't think they will leave it. I don't think they're leaving because look, right? With all the TV streaming services that are out there, right? There's like 100, I mean, seriously, it's like 100 streaming services out there, which there are war at each other. Have DVDs died and Blu-rays? No, because I can go on Amazon literally and purchase a Blu-ray right now. I ain't joking with you. I mean, look, check this out. Okay, it was pulled from Walmart. It was pulled from all those places. But if I go to Amazon, right? I don't know if I should show this to you guys. This is going to have my information on here. Well, I can do that. Okay. There you go. Let me see. DVD player. I can still buy DVD players. There's one for $40 here. This one right now is this HDMI DVD player for 1080p, region free, blah, blah, blah. Sony DVSPR DVD player, HDMI port, upscaling for $40. I can go right now and say, okay, I want a Blu-ray player. Let's go get a Blu-ray player. Let's go. Blu-ray player. They say player. I can buy HD Blu-ray, Sony DVD Blu-ray player for $121. I mean, they're still out there for sale, so I don't think the console market's going to leave because there's still people on there till they perfect the service situation. That's how I see it. Look at the software, what happened. Let me see. Okay, read that. Okay, read that. Let's keep going down because I know chat's been going. Even if Sony releases, let me see what else is going on. Is Wukong top seller on PS5? It's a top seller on Steam. I mean, it's a top seller on Steam, and that's the situation I'm gonna explain to you all tomorrow. Cause I know who was all behind this. You just watch. What's up, Becca? How you doing, RSJ fan? I hope you're doing good. If it was Sega, Nintendo level console wars with friends cracking jokes, Xbox, PlayStation war is more self-entitlement and hate F that. Yeah, exactly. Because that console war thing is just. Listen, it's gone way too extreme. I mean, I saw the other day, a long time ago, I think it was Austin Ames. I don't remember. It's an Austin guy. He does content, right? I remember he grabbed the PS5, right? And when he grabbed the PS5, he what's it called? He sat down. And this was a revision when he sat down and saw that it was pumping a lot of heat. I mean, his family got threatened, his wife got threatened, everyone got threatened, and he had to come out and do a video about it just to calm down everybody. It's gone too extreme. Even the girl that's acting like Abby from Last of Us 2, the girl that's acting for the next season show, she had to get extra security because of fan threats. My fucking God. Y'all need to chill out. Seriously. This whole Gamescom is marketing. Yep, 100%. Ponies are not even buying BooWooCon. I don't blame. I mean, look. Look. I wouldn't blame them. I mean, to be honest though, if it was in the perfect shape, hell, go for it. Go for it. But in the shape that is in, there's some of them that are buying it. Okay, cool. But for me, I'd rather wait. I mean, I ain't giving them full money for that stuff. No, I mean, you're gonna release me a game. Release me a game how it's supposed to be at the state it's supposed to be. Hey, Roberto C. Good morning. Let's see now. Even when Sony releases a new game after it's done, there is no replayability. Games like Sea of Thieves give those players something to return to because there is always something to do. Louis, my question is to you. Do you think Xbox already answered that, Mandalorian? Let me see. Google poll, even said it was owned by Sony. Phil, did you play Concord yet? Let me see. Google poll, nobody ever said that. Let me see. Google poll, I played the beta. It's a good game. It has no audience, and I don't see this lasting 5 months. I'll be shocked in a year. That's true, man. Ah, man, Louis. Those are the type of people who literally stay in their houses and don't go anywhere because they send our threats. Wouldn't dare to say it in person. They're cowards. All of them are. But the things the way are right now in the world, Legendary Joby, any threat is a pretty scary threat, man. You gotta take it to notice. You know, you gotta watch out for those threats. I mean, if someone threatens me out there, I'll say, hey, come here if you're man enough. I mean, because I'll be honest with you, they can be crazy, but I'm loaded. So, they can come over here. But of course, being threatened though and threatening the families and all that stuff, that's insane. Like I said, that actor had to get extra security. That's crazy. Because you don't know what they can do. You don't know if they can actually appear and do something and do something bad to you. Just because you have a feeling for a guy in a video game, in an apocalyptic world. I mean, you have that feeling for that guy. I mean, look, it's just a game. Not only that, it's an apocalyptic world. I mean, nobody's good in an apocalyptic world. Even though you just see the story, damn, you know? When am I going to stream? You know what I'm going to stream, Hard Talk? I told Sourblow to prepare for me Alien Isolation. That is the next game I am going to stream here on the channel. That is the next game. I'm going to play some Alien Isolation. Because I played it before, and I'm going to get revenge on that damn alien because he killed me because I farted with the Connect on. That son of a bitch killed me because I farted with the Connect on. And I'm mad at him for that. You can't kill a guy because he farts. You can't do that. Damn. Damn the alien. Man, I remember that, man. I forgot I had the Connect on, man. I forgot I had Connect on and I ran into a locker, so I hid. And my tummy was aching, right? My tummy was aching. And I was like, oh, man, I gotta let one out. So I go in and just lift my leg and goes, and all of a sudden I hear, I was like, motherfucker! That's what happened to me. Yes, you can buy me a PS5 Pro. I have no problem. I have no problem. I got my PS right here. I got no problem. Listen, because here's the thing though, right? Look. I always said this on my channel, and this is the truth, right? First, I'm a video game fan, right? And second, I'm a console war fan. As a video game fan, for example, what do you think? I'm excited for Tokyo Game Show because PlayStation is bringing, what's it called, Death Stranding, and I am a huge Death Stranding fan. I mean, seriously, when that game comes out, straightforward. Let me see now. Man, chat's been bought. What happened? Wait, I'm trying to understand. What made Wukong success? It's hard to crack so many people to buy it for FOMO. Gogo Paul, I have the answer for you, and that will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will tell you all about that. I have the answer for you. You won't believe the answer. You'll be like, whoa, I never thought about that. Because like I said, I did a lot of digging on this one. I did. Louis, you're going to play that on too? I finished it. I already played it. Yes, the Kinect betrayed me. That son of a... That's why that thing is in a box somewhere. I threw that thing in a box. That was actually my first webcam for podcasting, to be honest. It actually did work for a bit, but yeah, I threw that in the box. It's out there somewhere. Threw that sucker in the box, man. Damn Kinect. And damn Alien 2. You shouldn't know. You can't kill a man who does that. That's just wrong. You've been looking? Ah, DM me. I'll show you something. No, I'll show it to you tomorrow. Because seriously, I want to talk about this tomorrow with y'all. I want to hear your thoughts about this because it's going to be an interesting talk. I talked to the guys like in the back about it. Oh yeah. Oh, let's go play it. Mandalorian Martin. Yes, if you like, dude, look, right? There's a Discord. I don't know if you guys have joined it, but join our Discord. If you guys want to play, just tell me on Discord. Hey Lou, when can we play Dead Island 2? I'll tell you right away. Hey, let's play it on Tuesday. Let's set up a date for Tuesday, or let's set up a date for Thursday, or after 9 after the show, the XBI show. We can play for a little bit. I mean, I got no problem. That's why we have a Discord. That's why I have my Twitter so you guys can talk to me. And my gamer tag, you know. My gamer tag is Crazy Louie. Simple like that. I'll type it in right there if you guys want to add me to Xbox. Crazy Louie. I'm on there all the time. I talk to Decado all the time too now, since TJ has been busy with work. But yes, I'm on Xbox. Crazy Louie right away, and you find a Predator picture. Now on PlayStation, I'm not there a whole bunch, but yeah, yeah, it's just not there a whole bunch because I'm just too busy with Xbox and Game Pass. Yes. Good morning, almost afternoon. What did I miss? Well, you missed the game show this morning. It was a lot of fun. Me, I'm just sitting here talking to you guys because, you know, why the heck not? The show ended. So yeah, let's talk a little bit right here, you know, before I had to head out and do whatever I gotta do. Switch 2. What do you want to know about Switch 2? What do you know about Switch 2? Because another thing, Phil. Yeah, I do. What's wrong with the Switch, man? I own a Switch. Cypher has a Switch, but he uses it as a what? Somebody uses it for a door stopper, but he actually owns a Switch. I own a Switch too. And yeah, I should use that as a door stopper because I haven't been using that for a while too. Son, you gave me an idea. I could use that for a door stopper. Nah, I'm gonna use the Switch for a door stopper. Oh man. Oh, you do? You didn't? I do too, man. I mean, I love my little Nintendo thing. It's fun. Whenever, like, for example, for traveling, it's good. If you want to play, like, a good game, you know. But I really, you know, I really want Xbox to do a handheld. Because I want to play all these games. Oh, speak of the devil, Decado in the house. What's up, Decado? I was just talking about you. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Well, you're going to cover the Tokyo Game Show. If there are showcases, I will cover them. Eleni, I will cover them. I will cover them. I mean, seriously, why the heck not? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's game stuff. You know, I mean, I like to cover everything that's to do with gaming. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? As long as I don't get copyright strikes, I mean, I'm good. But because for the last 3 days, I've been getting all the copyright strikes in the world. I don't understand what's going on here. Y'all keep bashing at each other. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Do you know what's going on? Because it's saying what? That's not the question. Why you asked you? What was the question, Phil? What was the question you asked? I want to know about what was the question. So yeah, what time it is? I mean, if there's something good, I'll cover it. You know, if there's something good, I'll cover it. I mean, I'll sleep that day, and you know, or do something. There's something good going on, I'll cover it. I mean, like I said, if it's a good showcase, I'll cover it. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? I mean, I'll cover it. I'll get on 3 a.m. and cover it. I'll wake up and cover it. Avowed or evolved? What's evolved? Oh, if you actually enjoyed the gameplay of Avowed. I did enjoy it, Phil. The Avowed gameplay was freaking fantastic. It was fun. I mean, I love the idea that you can switch weapons. I love the idea, like, for example, if you're a sorcerer, you can use swords and switch to wands and switch to this and do that. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I can use arrows. I can use anything I want. I mean, that looks like a really fun game. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be also fun in how you fight the monsters, man. Because, like I said, you got swords. You can wield any type of weapon. That's freaking fantastic and awesome. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, he's trying to be funny. Yeah, I see where he's trying to be funny. Yeah. Richie says the only reason Sony is going to the Tokyo Fest. And you know what, Rachel? Listen. That's... Look. I'm proud for Sony for doing that. Because it's been years since they gone to a show like this. I'm proud for Sony for doing that. And it's time for them to interact back again with the fans. Proud for them for doing that. That's a pretty good idea, because that's something that they literally, you know, literally were not doing for a while. You know, they left E3, they left all this stuff, and just were doing showcases while Microsoft has been going to all these showcases. I'm glad Sony is doing that. I'm glad that Sony, you know, is putting a physical stand for people to enjoy. Congrats to them for that. You know, I gotta say congrats. That's something that I even said before they needed to fix, and congrats to them for that, because they needed to go. They needed to, seriously, they needed to go there. So, Louis, it looks solid, but the commenting's work is, that's why they moved it to January, man. It just needed more fixing. That's why they moved it, which is no problem. It's no problem. I mean, look, Phil, listen to this, right? For example, they release God of War tomorrow. I mean, they're making a God of War. This isn't just an example. This is a theory. I mean, not a theory, just an example, right? They're releasing God of War, next God of War, right? And we see the gameplay of God of War, and we see something wrong with God of War, and then they say, and before that they said they delayed it. I mean, we gotta understand. Like I said, delays are always good when the game comes. You know, has to come. It has to be good. It has to be perfect. We do not want another Redfall. We do not want another Forza Motorsport. We don't want that. We want the game to be released in its proper state. I mean, I understand that all these developers have gone through COVID hell. I understand that, and development hell with the COVID situation. I understand all that. And this is why I say this. I hope that from 2025 and beyond, because I know the world opened up in 2022. Now you had 3 years to fix things up. I hope they're moving up to another place, you know. I hope that they start releasing, you know, I hope they start, like I said, you know, go to another place, start releasing games in a better state than what they're releasing now, so people can be happy when they pay that money. And for arcade, just punish you, because you keep on trolling. There you go. There you go. Keep trolling. I hope we see Tokyo Game Show, Xbox, Final Fantasy VII coming to Game Pass 100%. I hope we do see that. I hope we do see that. I hope we do see that. I mean, I hope we do see that. I don't think they're gonna go play Concord. I don't think. I mean, they played the beta, but it's just poor Concord. 8 years to develop, and this is the result. Damn, 8 years. That's 8 years of resources and money poured into a game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! Man, it's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's just terrible. 8 years development, lots of money, resources, and now you're trying to push people buy this game. They don't want it. Eesh, that's a lot of money badly spent right there. I wonder why didn't they spend that money in the Twisted Metal Online? That would have been a better game, especially, you know, since you're getting a new TV show, you know, next season. I mean, shit. I don't get it. 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 But it's Sony. What can we do? I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I mean, you know, like I talked to y'all before, like the whole 30 FPS situation that's happening today with the Valve. Now we're getting Monster Hunter, so and also Dragon Dogma was a 30 FPS. I don't understand what's going on with the devs. So I mean, you guys promised us this, but all we gotta do is wait. That's all we gotta do. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Oh no, it's okay, DJ Dana. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I mean, it was just too much trolling. But there's too much trolling, man. Farcade's right there to do what it does, and Jacob Nova is to do what it does, and TJ is too. Cypher is there too, you know. They caught a lot. It must have been annoying. Get him evenly. Already have him hunting door. Mr. Potato Head. That's from War Games. Mr. Potato Head. Huh? What? We're gonna Mr. Potato Head game. I mean, if we get a Mr. Potato Head, that will be Gotti. That will be Gotti for me. But yes, you know, like I said, we went through the showcase today. It was awesome. It was fantastic. Super happy for what they shown these 3 days. Second day was kind of meh. First day was pretty cool with the whole accessibility and everything. That was pretty awesome. Second day was meh. I wanted it to be a little bit better. That's why I'm between like a C plus or B minus, but I'm just kidding. It's in between that. I don't know what to rate it. And today was a B plus. I mean, today they showed a lot of cool stuff. We got some stuff about Indiana. We got some Avowed, which Avowed was freaking amazing. It was fun. Avowed was fun. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, I mean, cool stuff. We're getting Kill Night, which is I'm rooting for that game. It's only $15. Oh, the link to the Discord. Sorry about that. Let me drop the link to the Discord. Hold on. Where is it? Let me see. Let me drop in the Discord, guys. So you guys can join it. There we go. I don't know if you guys are joining it, but here is a link to my Discord. And shout out to the 30 people here on the show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Not only that, share this out to get more people in here. Let's go. There's a link to our Discord if you all want to join. But yes, you know, I'm with you. I mean, this Tokyo Game Show is going to be interesting to see what's going to bring to the table. You know, I hope that they actually announce, yeah, we're going to bring Final Fantasy finally to Xbox. I hope they announce a lot of games coming to Xbox that have been, you know, locked in. Howdy again, folks. How you doing, Sin? What's up? What's up? We're just sitting here talking for a little bit. I'm waiting for somebody to come. I mean, I don't know if they're coming. They got to put a door in the entrance because we don't have an entrance door, and they gotta put a door in my room that it broke. My room door broke, so yeah, they're fixing it. They are fixing it. It had a split right down the middle, so they're fixing that door. Which I'm finally getting a new door to my room, which is awesome. That means the AC will not go away. Indy looks good and funny, especially the choo 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 meme. That was a choo choo. Yes, I love this. Listen. That game is going to be awesome. 100%. It's got what you want from Indiana Jones game. You got the whip. You got the punches. I mean, those punches, man. The sound effect. Oh, I love the sound. I don't know why, but for me, it has like the best sound effects and punches. Indiana Jones. Like, it sounds like he really did hit him hard. Like, hey, come here. Oh, man. Oh, man. And it's also got the humor. Because Indiana Jones without humor is not Indy. Indy was funny as hell. And there were scenes that were funny. Remember the guy with the sword that was flinging the sword, and then he like looks at him, and he keeps on flinging his sword, and just goes, just shoots him, and that's it, he's done. Like, I'm not fighting this bastard. Oh man, that was great stuff. That was great stuff. I wonder if his gun is gonna have a lot of bullets, because remember in the movies he never had a lot of bullets for the gun though. He never did. It was always out of bullets for the gun, which is insane. Yes, it does. That's me. It has a Predator picture. Big fan of the Jawa family. Big fan. Jawa's rule. Yes, that's me, man. Run at me. All right, Hurt Talk. Have a good one, brother. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Talk to you later, brother. Talk to you later. Say hi to all those guys for me, man. Say hi to all those guys for me. Love you all to death. Seriously, I do. So yeah, guys. I mean, that was Gamescom. Tokyo Game Show will be interesting, and if I can cover it at 3 a.m., then I'll wake up and cover it at 3 a.m. I mean, if I gotta do it, I'll do it. Let's see what happens with the Tokyo Game Show. Because really, there's some cool stuff out there. There's some cool stuff out there. I'm not kidding you. There's a lot of cool games coming, and that's what I'm happy about. More and more games. And I love talking about games, you know. The console war thing is fun to do, but in my heart, like talking about games is way better, and playing games is way better than just sticking to the console wars. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. So chat, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go, because sooner or later they're gonna hear that phone ring, and I don't want to log off quickly without saying goodbye to you all. But So I gotta go wait for those guys to come over here, you know, to fix the doors and everything, and then I gotta head out to the office and do a couple things for work. Chat, thank you all for hanging out with me today. You guys are awesome. And before we go, tell me what you all been playing. Like I said, I've been playing Subnautica. Last night, I wanted to go to the movies and watch Alien Romulus, but I couldn't go watch it because it was full. I did not know there was a lot of people. I did not know there was a lot of people that are fans for Aliens here in Dominican. Literally, the movie was full. I couldn't go in. I was like, but it's only me. And I just can't. I can sit on the floor like, no, you can't. I'm like, ah, damn it. So I couldn't watch Romulus. So yeah, I had to wait till next week. But the good part is, you know, Daddy Longlegs is coming. I think, is it Daddy Longlegs or is it Longlegs? I don't remember what the movie's called, but it's coming out next week here too. So yes, I will go watch it too. Besides Daddy Romulus, those are 2 movies I'm looking forward to watching. And yeah, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna go watch them. I'll go watch them. Just to have a change of pace, you know. Have a change of pace. Go to the movies at least, you know, to watch scary movies because it's been a while since I sat in the movie theaters and watched a scary movie. I need to do that. Yeah. But what y'all been playing? I mean, I've been playing, like I said, a Subnautica, and yeah. Superbox Delivery Mount and Blade Turok. Yes! Turok! That was such a good game. Why don't they bring back Turok? That's a good game. They should bring back Turok and bring that gun that goes into the brain and goes zzzz. Sometimes remember that? That was a cool gun. Really? Oh, no, don't give me spoilers. Don't give me spoilers. Don't give me spoilers. Don't give me spoilers. But again, chat, tomorrow we're going to have a good show. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to have an awesome conversation of things I dug up for Wukong. It's going to be interesting. Y'all going to like what I dug up. Y'all like what I dug up. But yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah. Everyone who plays, what is it? What's DVD? DVD. What's DVD? Let me see. DVD the game. DVD is it Dragon Ball? DVD the game. What's DVD the game? Let me see. Oh, Dead by Daylight. Okay, Dead by Daylight. Oh yes, Dead by Daylight. Oh, that game is awesome. Ah, nice, Phil. I hope you are enjoying your Black Myth Wukong. Seriously, man. I hope you're enjoying it, man. How is it? How is it, by the way? Is it good? Is it phenomenon? Again, come to me in a serious perspective. Don't come to me like, oh, yes, it's the best PlayStation game. No. Don't come with that stuff. Talk to me in general. Yes, Dead by Daylight. Yes, it's Dead by Daylight. I thought it was Dragon Ball Destruction or something. Because every time I see DB, I think of Dragon Ball. So, yeah, Dead by Daylight. That game is so good. That game is so good. And, man, Roman, since you play it, man, I can join you, man. I love DVD. I really do. I really do. I also have installed Evil Dead. I'm waiting for Silent Cypher to say, hey, Lou, let's go play some Evil Dead. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to install Silent. It's waiting for you. I've still been playing SAO. Awesome. SAO is, I keep forgetting names. SAO game. Let's see what that is. Oh, Sword of Art. Okay. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, chat, like I said, thank you for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. I love you all to death. Thank you all for the memberships. Thank you all for everything. Thank you all for super chats. Everything that going on in here, man. Thank you all for it. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Seriously appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. It was really awesome. And man, oh man, I know yesterday a lot of you said thank you for the whole showcase. Man, I was happy to show you guys what Xbox is bringing to the table because I understand a lot of people are out there right now dooming and glooming. And yes, it's good to take a break from all that stuff. I mean, we're tired of all the doom and gloom things. So all we want to talk about is games and see what's happening in the gaming industry and what games are coming. Because like I say, though, why do you buy these things? To play games. That's the purpose of it. It's just to play games. That's all. That's all we buy it for, to play video games. That's it. The whole console war, doom and gloom thing, leave it out there for others. But man, oh man, seriously, we just got to sit down and play games. That's what we got to do. So yes, you guys, like I said, a fun change of things, on here on the show these past 2 days. I really enjoyed hanging out with you and watching with you all. It's been a lot of fun. And thank you all again for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when next BI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and an awesome Friday. And as always, I will see you all on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Sourblow, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. And also, good morning. What? I thought you were a fan of Doom. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am, G-Maybe. Big fan of Doom. I already ordered the BFG. It's coming. And I'm going to BFG the PS5. You all watch. We're going to have some fun with that. Oh, man, I just love trolling the fans. And good morning with Crazy Louie from Monday to Saturday. And tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow's show is going to be super, mega interesting. I'm telling you, we're going to sit here and just talk about a bunch of stuff that I've been digging up. We're going to have a lot of fun. Guys, have an awesome day. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning on Good Morning Crazy Louie. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.